influential individual. You've helped get on board Jeff Farmer and Nick Murphy. You've done a power of work. You know, what are you so passionate about this?
Well, I've worked with my local actually past the lake in Motorino, and it's very hard to watch.
Mate, beautifully said. Round of applause for Dane. Okay, let's get it up for Dane. Of some powers. Come on, give it a push on. There's it. Woo! Kevin is getting drenched there. You got to suck on those shots, all right? So guys, we're bringing some big games to you motorsports fans out there. This is Bailey Collins, the Formula 4 race car driver, and we thought we'd drop the average age a little bit for the crowd as well. Bailey, thanks heaps, mate, for getting on board. Tell us a little bit about Formula 4 races.
Oh, that's something I've been for 3 years, from around Australia,
Bachelor as well. Off you go, mate, Brooker. Let's get it up for Bailey. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh! Right, that must be close. Let's get this on camera. Any single ladies that in, they got a girlfriend? So, girlfriend's front row. This event especially, but all the footy clubs in East Gippsland get involved, and Ryan's always, gets heavily involved. Thank you so much. Why was it important for you to get on board? Exactly, well done, Lauren. Hook in. Let's go, get it up the lines, come on. Crank it up, Simon. Crank it up the lines. Get it forward. What have we got coming on next? You all right, lads? Let's get it up to the plate, ladies, right out. Wow. Hang on. Thank you, Pumpkin. Frank Bezier, ladies and gentlemen, he's raised over $20,000. And it's becoming a proud tradition. We're playing Kennedy, Stalemate and Ruins. Going head to head, the list is swapping and changing. You and Caitlin have done such a good job pushing each other up over 20 and helping us. Thanks so much for getting on board. Who would you like to thank?
Well, I'd like to thank everyone that's supported this fantastic fundraising. The Kennedy part of the mob, giving us the better fucking people. They donate to have a lot of the community and all of the causes. So thank you very much. I'd like to thank my family and friends, sponsors, like customers, thank you.
Well done, Frank. Good luck, mate. Get it up for Frank. Let's say a prayer for him. Come on, Francisco. Big push. Let's go, Frank. Looks out. I mean, are you standing up in there, Frank, or what? We're going to need some help there, here. Right, a quick chat, Frank. Frank, Francis, mate, let's just over here. Awesome effort, fundraising over 20k again for the KC team, mate. I know, what's the worst I've ever done? Yeah, I think I've been I'll tell you about that. Last night, watching the cold go up, I think there was my wife, and I said to you, but to be here today and to be a person who's going to make a difference in this world is really hard. So, all I think is, thank you, that. People, Geelong, about 200,000. Where are they? Oh, another set of photographs of let people go as you go. Next up. Well, we know that Big 11 in Bairnsdale has hit a big time. We're absolutely blessed to be joined by Jeff Farmer, the Wizard, Melbourne Football Club royalty, and the previous slider at the Wimpers team. Jeff, thank you so much, mate, for being on board. What did you say yes? What was your way to come down here in the lovely Bairnsdale? a shower. We'll catch up with you later. Proudly representing the Lincoln Football Netball Club. A big round of applause. Thank you very much for Lincoln getting on board. Sparkles, what are you dressed us, mate?
Sparkles by nature, sparkles by name.
Really? Okay, is that all we got? That's it? Well, I don't know, mate. I feel like you're going to think in that. Oh, that's a good boys. You like the conduct?
I reckon a good suit.
Sure. Yeah, why not? Hey, let's cheer it out. Hey, what are you really wearing, Sparkles? Sparkle! 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 Sparkle!
The people spoke, they didn't want me going down in this, so I'm going down in this.
Where did you get dancing from? Come on! We're going to hold them back here. Come on, mate.
Well, I did say the most votes was winning with the most votes were wearing a pair of buttons there when I did it. They only arrived this morning from the post office and scratches.
Hey, so who's going to zoom in on the truck?
Great night downstairs from Buttons Mother. They got gave me these scores, so yeah, I'm going to thank everyone who's going out and making things. 140,000, 150, it's awesome.
Nice job, mate. Doing that. Hey, and all you girls, make sure you keep your hands to yourself when you're coming play back. So we're now joined by Marriott Turf Type Royalty and local You've been very responsible as well for getting their farmers in there and getting on board. But mate, you know that this disease has hit you personally. Mate, can you tell us a little bit about your journey, and involvement in there? Thank you so much, Nick. I thought I was getting a bit close to you, but you're about 6 feet wide, mate. Good luck. I hope you float. Cheer Nick on, everyone. Come on, Nick on. Big push. There he goes. Woo! Oh, I think you might have been Nick on. Come on, this side, man. Nick. Land over here, mate. Yeah, great, awesome effort. No, this is on the back of your own knees. That makes you right. That makes you great, mate. Yeah, we need to go. Yeah, see that. Let's get it up for Nick. Good luck, Jay. Get in there.
Let's go, Squawkies! Get up and Jay! Right here on the side. Right away, Jay, awesome effort. Get in there, have a good shower.
Well, for those of you who aren't sure who I'm talking to, down in the music solo. For those of you who don't know who I'm talking to Ross O'Hay. Big cheer for Ross, who's got a huge out of it. Ross's business, Hoover Stone, inspired Ross to dress it the big. I do believe Ross. I'll try and ask you to answer me, but I'm not sure you'll be able to hear. Roscoe, mate, how have you enjoyed doing this?
Great.
Good work, mate. I'll let you go, and hopefully you'll float.
Hopefully we got the lifeguards on hand. Let's give it up to Ross. Let's go, let's go. Woo! Whoa! That does not look that comfortable. Sounds good. Ross, get you ready to win. Yeah, there's some water in there, Roscoe. Right up and mate, get that thing off, that was uncomfortable. Good luck for Ross.
And now I'm joined up here, again, talking about football netball clubs and organisations that never say no to this event. The Plainview Football Netball Club, I've got Brandon Hood here, round of applause for Brandon. Who are you impressed by? Well done, Brando. Thanks for getting on board, mate. A big cheer for Brando. Let's go, Brando. Up they go. Just a tree, man. Keep going, mate.
Great stuff, Brando. You're a bit cold. Great work, Brando. Let's give it up, Brando. It's on the way to have a shave. Oh no, the GoPro's in the water. Great stuff, Dad. The GoPro is on the way to the bottom of the tank.
Well, I'll tell you what, again, joined by Rock Royalty, Australian Rock Royalty. It's not Shannon Noel, it's Wayne Jarvis. How are you, Jarvis? Step forward, mate. I've got to stay away from there. How are you, mate? TRFM always get on board. Thank you so much. How's the experience been for you? And mate, is there anyone else that you'd like to thank Bairnsdale and the crew at Bairnsdale who will be televising live today. Thank you, Bairnsdale. Well done, Jumbo. Good luck, mate. Roll the ball. Let's get it. Come on. Let's go, Melbourne! Come on! Woo! Oh! Let's go, Rhino! Go up, mate! Let's give it up for Cal. Great effort. Raise that effort, money. Had 16 shots back then. I don't know whether she's running it out. She's out. All right, Cal, here's your ride. Good choice of song. We've got Perry, Harriet, and Charlie, and a kicking push next generation there. Let's give it a round of applause. You guys have raised over $10,000. Wonderful effort. Fantastic. All still at school, all studying away and somehow raising money. What do you test at?
As I said before, I thought I saw, I said, I reckon that's 8.
How do you enjoy being involved on the kicking board? Who are you? Then from Pier 70, let's all give him a cheer and let's get down to Pier 70 because he's made a lot of money this year. Good luck, mate. Let's go on. Oh, no, Paris. He's just up in Paris. Woo! Great work, Ian. Mate, great stuff. So for those Traralgon supporters that are here, you wouldn't have missed the song, and fair enough, you're allowed to play that or join my Traralgon Football Netball Club President Kevin Foley. So, will you dress up and what's your outfit?
Obviously, we're known as the Roosters, and
Absolutely, you can from the upper end of the Bairnsdale Football Netball Club of point of view, Traralgon's got a So, a round of applause for Brett and good luck down there. Let's go, Bob! Also, the coach of the reserves, we're not against him right now, Valley Rat. Let's give it up for Kevin! Great stuff there. Right.
Doesn't always take time.
Well, and then those big steps of Paul and Scott, the Traralgon Football Netball Club, thank you so much for getting on board with Big Way this year. And we're joined by netball and legends Fiona Morrow. Fiona, thanks so much. Who are you dressed as today? Excellent, thank you very much, Fiona. Sorry we're rushing everyone through. I think we're still in the footy. Well done, a big cheer for Fiona.
Cheers, sticks.
Thank you very much.
Tasty.
Yeah, I remember next October straight from close. He's always getting nervous. Puffing.
Is going to go back. Look, there's a bit of a wind advantage towards the city end of the ground too, so maybe it might be a bit of a ploy there by the Maroons.
Looks like a mismatch there between Whack and his offsider there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yep.
Looks like, yeah, it is definitely a junior. That one there.
That's Jesse Bills, I reckon. He is on the Gippsland Power under-18 list and is a quality footballer.
Oh, he would be.
Mistake there.
Whack will beat him in the air, but at ground level, I wouldn't be backing against the young fella.
First quarter for Metricon Homes is underway. The ruckman, Anderson and East with a clear tap down. In there is Mitchell. He might win the first clearance. Coming the other way, though, is Connor Ambler. His right foot wobbly kick to half forward. McMahon's the target. 2 bites. Finds it. Quick hand to Tripodi. Tripodi has a bounce at 60. Right foot lowers the eyes to Lopez. Good spoil by Longbottom. And it punched it over the boundary line. Deliberate attack. Sufficient intent. Boundary throw-in.
It makes you wonder, Box. You did mention about the wind maybe favouring the city end. Tripodi had the chance to go inside forward 50. He's probably taken a bounce. Maybe there is a strong breeze because he's missed his target. He should have just gone a little bit earlier.
Well, Boxer might need to work out the time because the scoreboard doesn't have the time at the moment, so we don't know how long we'll be going in the quarters. That's normally Paul Carter's #1 role. As Traralgon from Reuters around the money for a first.
Oh, yeah.
In the opening minute, he's put it through. It's an early contender for a Zambrero goal of the day.
Very well rove there from Reuters. I'm not sure if he's traditionally a rover, but that's a really good small forward as he just does this little funny handshake that these young blokes do now with his teammate out there bowing to each other. What that's about, Box, I don't know, but really good snap around the body from a really difficult angle in this pocket too, right in front of the scoreboard.
Going to be hard to see a better goal than that during the course of the day, and that's the first one of the afternoon. So
on the Metricon home scoreboard, here's Box Lachino.
Scoreboard. It is Traralgon 1 straight 6 to Bairnsdale yet to score.
Thank you. Ball back in the centre. Here we go. This time it was Traralgon through Tyler Anderson that won the tack, and they clear the area. Some good strong work by Tatnell to keep the ball, but he's been called for holding the ball, jumped on it. The free kick will go the way of Reuters, the player to kick the goal. He goes inside forward 50. It's all the red legs and an easy grab by big Ethan East, who's a very steady defender. Comes grandstand side to find Reese, and Reese gives and goes, and off the red legs go, but they're going to run themselves into and hopefully out of trouble. On the end of that was Cloak, who gave ground, gave it back to his teammate in Reese, and now in the centre of the ground, it was a good mark by the Traralgon ruckman in Tyler Anderson. He plays on quickly. The umpire calls him back as he Bound Ambler. He's going to give it again, and they're going to go again. This time they're going to do it through McMahon. Inside forward 50 again. Traralgon outnumbered, but fighting hard to keep the ball in the area. Can they? No. Well, yep, momentarily. Umpire calls it. 50 metres out from Traralgon's goals. They're kicking to the right of Radio, and they're on a 45 degrees angle.
So ball up. East had a fresh area. Lopez was there as well. Tried to squeeze a handball out there was Cooper Harvey. Strong tackle by Connor Ambler. Addy Howe at ground level for Carpet Country.
The wind is quite strong, boys. It is heading towards that city side, so we'll see if that has a toll in the game.
The ball up, quick kick from the Maroons goes in the direction of McMahon. And nicely done. McMahon will go back directly in front.
They just caught the Bairnsdale defenders napping there, did McMahon. He strong little lead out, but it was probably just the work around the stoppage. Clearly, Traralgon can identify that they just need to go quick out of stoppage, play in front. It's a pretty old analogy, isn't it?
So Jacko McMahon kicking towards the Painesville end of the ground. Breeze just coming across his right shoulder. Starts it to the right. Works it
Looks
back
good.
nicely. Allows the Breeze to work its wonder. And the Maroons have started hot early. They got 2 straight.
Yeah, but on the Metricon scoreboard, Metricon Homes scoreboard, it is now Traralgon 2 straight 12 to Bairnsdale yet to score.
This will be interesting with this breeze because as that stoppage happened on the far side of the ground, the whole defence from Traralgon pushed up over the centre of the ground. So there's clearly a strong breeze. So they're just basically trying to push up and squeeze their end of the ground and use the wind to their advantage for this first quarter.
Addy Howe, what is the breeze doing?
It is really strong, boys. It is stopping and starting every now and again, but it is a really strong push towards that Traralgon goals.
All right, so Traralgon making the most of it with 2 goals inside the first 4 minutes. Ball bounced back up here at the home ground of the Bairnsdale side. You know, as you heard pre-game of having to face quite a few outs and a Traralgon side who's best desperate to keep in touch with the top 3 of the Gippsland ladder. Nice clearance, though, by the Redlegs. Threatens the forward 50. Ball spills in the air. They've got nice pace at ground level. Can they win the ball? Lockie Burden-Jones took ball. He was taken. Umpire will assume control. Just short of Bairnsdale's forward 50. The tackle came from Jake Cashmore, the first gamer.
And good to see. It looks like some Latrobe Valley umpires are out here as central umpires as well. So maybe helping out their counterparts down east.
All right, big thump. Talking of east, he got the tap down and then a free kick's going to go to Tyron Reese. And Reese, 60 metres out. He has to come back behind the man on the mark. And Reese has over the top Tate Clay, but out there is Lockie Cloak. And hard up on the boundary line, right in front of the huge crowd here at the Bairnsdale City Oval. It's the first quarter of Gippsland League. Not 15. Play on. Tatnell had to get a quick handball to Clay. Clay's handball, though, coughed it up. Reuters now to D'Angelo. Back to Ambler. Goes backward to Cunico on the left. Cunico's kick's going to get there. It does. And finds Roscoe. Inboard handball to Lopez. Now to Neocleus. And Neocleus has got North all on his own. North will handball over the top. Jacko McMahon gets the Joe the Goose and slams it home from a metre out. He's got 2 now, Jacko McMahon.
Well, that's just textbook transition footy, that, isn't it? From one end of the ground to the other. I don't think if the Bairnsdale coaches can hear me, do not muck around with that football. If you want to get it in quick, you need to do that because the aerial power of Traralgon with the likes of Wack and Hourigan down there, you cannot afford to muck around with an outside 50.
And on the Metricon Homes scoreboard, it is now the Maroons 3 straight 18 again to Bairnsdale, yet to score.
All right, early minutes, 6 minutes of this first quarter, but there are some signs that Traralgon of old has poked its head above the fence. Plenty of run, good use of ball, backing themselves in. Ball back in the centre. Nice tap forward. Can Traralgon clear? They can. Can they find a winner? They do. They do it through D'Angelo. Inside forward 50 over the top of McKenna. Laprise tries to chase down his opponent, and that opponent being Longbottom, who's been good early, but his clearance doesn't gather much meterage and in fact finds the boundary line just 20 metres from Traralgon's goals.
6.5 minutes of the first quarter. No inside 50s to Bairnsdale at all. They had their opportunity then too and they got hurt by the turnover.
Number 1 stats man in the business, Nick Boxlachino, thanks to Gippsland Isuzu.
Oh, geez, Paul Carter's just fell off the back of his chair. Traralgon inside forward 50 now and 25 metres from their goals. Ball thrown in. Gee, it's going to fall short. I thought D'Angelo might have taken that one. He was tempted to. Wasn't the nominated ruckman. Ambler fights, dances around one, slips at a crucial moment, taken to ground. Umpire takes control.
So the clear message, though, is to run and carry here from the Maroons too. So they're using their pace that we spoke about pre-game, and they're using it beautifully.
So danger times for the Redlegs. Tap down there was by McKenna. A quick kick, though, from the Redlegs defence, going to land in the land of Dunbar. And big moments for the Moore Bowling Club. They're under enormous pressure of the Redlegs, but big East. And Ethan East takes the saving mark. The big ruckman has to play nearly a loose man, doesn't he, in defence at the moment, Beast?
Well, he's going to have to, because I think the way this ball's coming in, Traralgon clearly wanted to start quick and start putting the goals on early in the game to try and at least set themselves up for the game with this win.
Yeah, Carsey's kick was turned over, so the Maroons get it back. Whack goes inboard. D'Angelo's had a huge first quarter.
Look how quick.
And that kick's going to land there. Brown handled over top to Willerton. He got it to McMahon. Big crunching tackle by East. That's what he wants to see from his teammates, and he's leading the way at the moment. And we're going to ball up right on the top of the 50. As East will do battle again against McKenna. And you can't grab that out of the ruck, Louis. And East has it for the Redlegs. They trail at the moment by 18 points.
So East now goes laterally, outer side of the ground. Doesn't gain meterage. They keep possession and they just try to thread their way through this zone that Traralgon have set up. At the moment, the player with the ball is Tate Clay, just short of right half-back flank. He goes short to Cooper Harvey. So 3 or 4 possessions have actually gained about 10 metres only as they go long now from half-back to half-forward. They need a winner around about here. They can't find one. Traralgon's defence remains strong. A kick forward is unfortunately fallen in the arms of Tate Clay, who sent that ball forward not long back. So 3 goals, Traralgon, 3 straight goals. Bairnsdale yet to score. We've played 9 minutes of this first quarter, and the mark's been taken by Ty Hourigan. Who else? He goes short, nicely done. Play on's the call, and the umpire now will take control.
Well, we've seen the Wonthaggi side do this 2 weeks ago against Traralgon. They continue to just go down the line box. We were at that game. We called it. They continue to go down the line, and the bigs for the halfback big boys for Traralgon just continued to intercept.
Well, here they go. First time inside forward 50. Hourigan takes the intercept mark.
Just as Beast called it, he plays on quickly, comes grandstand side, kicks to space. They rely on pace. They've got it nicely moved forward and a push in the back, I think. The umpire says yes, indeed. A little bit sloppy, but the tackle on Tripodi wasn't a legal one. A little bit of enthusiasm as he goes shorts to McMahon. He's been busy. He's kicked 2 goals, plenty of touches. So Jacko McMahon, he's going to go short again. The kick is a beautiful kick to Jordan Cunico, right in front of our Gippsland live commentary position. Grandstand wing. Threatens the forward 50. McKenna outnumbered. Maybe the wind is stronger than we thought because the players are actually finding it hard to read. Sailed over the back of McKenna and over the boundary line.
Eddie Howe at ground level. How many goal advantage towards the Painesville end of the ground?
Oh, it would be about 4, I reckon.
Wow.
Boys. It is really, really just picked up just then, as you said that, and the players really need to adjust to that. It is going to go over the back of the contest.
All right, big moment all thanks to the Moore Bowling Club. They've got away to a good start, the Maroons. They're 3 straight 18, and they're pressing again. They're about 30 metres out, trying to squeeze a handball out. There was Willerton. Connor Ambler handled over the shoulder. And nice tackle there by Mitchell.
Just going back to what I was going on about before there, Scud. Bairnsdale this week cannot afford to just pump it down the line. I think they've got definitely avenues through the middle of the ground that Traralgon don't look like they're covering right at the minute.
Oh, what? There's another contender.
That was tough.
Wow.
Harvey Neocleus nearly had a Zambrero goal that a contender from that stoppage. And you're exactly right, Beast.
And on the Metricon home scoreboard, it is now Traralgon 3-1-19 to Bairnsdale yet to score.
Love where you live. More love celebration is now on.
They bring the ball back in. Long bottom goes to East. Nicely done. So East, who's probably been the major possession winner, goes short to Cooper Harvey.
Harvey chips it over the top and finds Lockie Byrne-Jones on the outer side. Wouldn't mind, this is what Beast is talking about with a switch. There's no one backwards they can go back to. They just haven't structured up well at all, have the Redlegs. They kick high down the line again. And if Wack doesn't get it, Hourigan will. Wack, though, coughed the handball up. Harvey comes the other direction. Now they get a little bit of forward run, and the handball was partially smothered.
We'll quickly go around the grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. Gippsland in the AFL, it's the Tigers 3-7-25. They trail now the Swans 5-9-39 at half time.
So boundary throw in, doing the ruck duties there is Jack White for the Redlegs. Get out the back. There's a footy. Nice handball by D'Angelo.
Look at this.
Now to Willerton. Over the top to Brown from 40 metres out. And Cooper Brown snuck it home by the barest of margins. He's not going to celebrate till the umpire says all clear. And the Maroons are 4-1-25, and that's what they lead by, the 25 points.
I think it's a bit of fear maybe from Bairnsdale with their taking the kick on and going inboard, because the options were on in that last bit of play. Jesse Bills stood with about 15 metres around him with no Traralgon player anywhere near him, and they still continue to kick down the line. If they're going to be anywhere, if they're going to be matched Traralgon today, they need to take the game on and come inboard and get a bit of run and dash, because right now they're very stagnant. They're really not playing probably to their strength, and it's just allowing the Traralgon to rebound and turn over and kick goals.
And on the Metricon home scoreboard, it is Traralgon 4-1-25 to Bairnsdale yet the score.
All right, McKenna's in the ruck for Traralgon now. Competed well, didn't get a clear tap. Ambler, bottom of the pack, give the ball back to the central umpire. Right smack bang in the centre of the oval. Nicely done. Gets a second goal. It does McKenna. Ambler, quick kick towards half forward. Cunico took the ball, danced on the spot. Quick kick was sloppy, but they move it so well. They've got runners all around the ground. Can they clear it out? Because if they do, they can kick another one. A kick around the body by Laprise, just off target. Behind, they're peppering the goals, and Bairnsdale have got no answers at the 13-minute mark of the first quarter.
26 points is the margin.
And on the Metricon scoreboard, it's 4-2-26 Traralgon to Bairnsdale yet to score.
Clay with the 1-2. Kick was smothered. Danger zones. Clay was up to it. Gives a handball back to Longbottom. Clearing kick the outer side's a neat one. Tyron Reese finds it. And Reese has it. Looks up. No one presents to the outer side. Lando's there. He goes a bit shorter than that. Mitchell can't complete the mark. Has to fight between two or three. Slick the handball out. Now they under pressure again. He becomes the tackler. Does Reese, and we've got a stoppage on the outer side.
Tell you what, like all big forwards, I think Leprez's eyes lit up there. He wanted to get in on the action with the goal kicking, but he had numbers around. He could have dished off and they could have had their fifth.
So White with a tap down. Out the back, though, is Willerton. Chip kick inboard. It's going to come off. McMahon's there. Does it sit for him? It does. He handballs inboard. Matt North is there. Back into the side.
Jeez.
Good crunching tackle by Cloak. Poppy wanted the free kick. The umpire said not there.
I thought it was there.
Looked a little bit overzealous to me as well. Umpire lets one go. Ball up right in the middle of the Bairnsdale City Oval. Margin sits at 26.
And they get the tap to the home side. Now can they threaten the forward 50? They go towards the right half forward flank. Need a winner here. Haven't got the numbers. Yes, they have. Made a mistake, Pop. Harvey inside forward 50. Kick for goal. Held up in the wind. Traralgon have got the defence cleaned up there. The kick out of defence. Goes to North. North just handballed blindly. Fell in the arms of Lachlan Byrne-Jones. He's kicked for goal. Looked good off the boot. Rushed through with just a centimetre or two to spare. So almost a costly move by North.
Well, you could just see that wind held that ball up. We're seeing very much different things at the each end of the ground. That would have sailed through at the other end of the ground.
A quick transition from the Maroons. They lead by 25 points. First score for the Redlegs. Big sweeping handball in the middle. Longbottom handballs over the top. Mitchell's handball was smothered. He gets it back. Gives it to Longbottom. Nice little candy. And then a little chip kick to half forward. Nicely done. It was marked on that occasion by Crofts. Gives a handball over the top. Lockie Byrne-Jones. Crunch from Little comes the other way. Desperation from Maroons is at its highest. And they stop the forward thrust. And the kick, though, of the outlet will be picked off by... On there is Mitchell. Just been held up for the moment. Mitchell goes out of side. Kick was sloppy off the back foot. Longbottom's got a bit of time. Gathers it. Right foot high kick. Top of the 50. And McMahon. Numbers everywhere at ground level for the Maroons. Whack. Turns it over. Lando has it.
Gee, they've given up it a few times, coming out of defence, being a bit too cute. Probably as a consequence of a good lead as Tate Clay comes inside forward 50.
Free kick.
Free kick will go Traralgon's, in fact, go against Traralgon. Go the way of Jamie Dora leading forward, we think. Jamie Dora it is, still on his knees and grabs the ball from a teammate.
I think he's probably even just a little bit too far. On a nice day, he would definitely have the leg. But just with this little breeze, I think he probably needs to look at someone and lower the eyes, but he's not going to get that from a teammate because there is zero movement, and Traralgon have just plugged every hole in that forward 50.
So 16 and 3/4 minutes gone, and Traralgon lead by 25 points.
He kicked 5 goals last week, did Jamie Dorr.
So he's full of confidence, and he'll want to get his first early in this game. From 40 metres out, kicked high. It is held up in the wind as B suggested it may be. Didn't make the distance. Thumped to the boundary. 10 metres from Bairnsdale's goals. And as I said, Bairnsdale on a spot of bother early. We'll get a clearer picture after half-time.
Addy did mention there was a 4-goal margin. Traralgon at the moment, 17-minute marker, 4 goals too. So they won't want to give up too many more, the Redlegs. Can they lock it in their forward 50? A long throw-in goes, clears the pack, and well, over the top handball from McKenna. They run through the middle. Reuters is there. It's an open forward line. And now to
Here we go, pace.
And it's going to be Neocleus. Going back is Carsteens. He's got some pace and he has some support. Neocleus.
Oh, gee, I thought that was very clever. I don't think that was a free kick.
Gave away the free kick, said the umpire, for just a hold as Carsteens went to ground. And Carstairs kicks across the face, just the required 15. Longbottom takes the mark. Longbottom goes short to Clay. Has to backpedal.
Really good effort by Carsteens to get the speed with Neocleus.
Clay's kick over the top finds Cooper Harvey. They've had 3 touches. They're still inside their defensive 50. It's Gippsland Live on TRFM. First quarter for Metricon Homes. Love where you live. Harvey's kick goes down the line. Traralgon lead by 25 at the moment. Big fly. Nicely done by Dorr. Goes inboard with a kick to Mitchell. Mitchell can take the mark. He's got one on the outer side. Decides to go there by foot now. And that player is Joe Frood. Nicely done by the youngster. Turns and goes. Chiseling drop punt to Clark. And finds Oscar Clark too far out. Gives it back to Frood. His kick was smothered. Ball in dispute. Dorr comes flying through. Contest well done by Hourigan. Kick doesn't go the required distance. And a free kick's going Bairnsdale's way. And well done. I'm going to go to Jamie Dorr on that occasion to cause the stoppage out there, and good run by the youngster in Frood.
And just a far better build-up by the Redlegs. Got the ball at half-back and they looked inboard straight away and just put the burners on. Got the young boys involved, and see what happens when you just take the game on and come inboard instead of just going down the line and repeating that sort of footy.
So Jesse Bills will have a shot on goal. This will be from about 30 metres out. Distance shouldn't be a problem with the breeze into his face. But what will it do after it leaves the boot? As Bills comes in, starts at left, and yes!
Oh, he's done well.
Worked it back nicely. And against the breeze, against the trend, it's what the Redlegs needed. They get the first of the day for them.
Correct, Darryl.
And on the Metricon Homes scoreboard, it is now Traralgon 4-2-26. They lead Bairnsdale 1-1-7.
Traralgon had every opportunity by the looks of what I can see at the moment. They're trying to free up Wack or Hourigan. So when the stoppage is on their half-forward line, they just set up across the centre of the ground, and one of those two look to get spared every time.
Ball back up. Who's going to be first there for Traralgon? It's going to be D'Angelo. Can't find space. Another free kick will go Bairnsdale's way. There's just a bit more urgency about the way Bairnsdale are playing, and they're making more of their opportunities, and they're finding a little bit of space, just like this, as the young fella Job Frood goes grandstand side. Can he find a teammate? He can. It's Charlie Cook on that left leg. Ever so neatly pokes it inside forward 50. Can't find the winner. No. Play on's the call. I reckon you might find that was Jonah Walker. A kick around the body, though, by teammate Max Neat.
Oh, good grab.
Has been grabbed by Lachlan Byrne-Jones, who I guess he's as good as anyone to have the ball in his hand. He's got a kick from, he's actually got the boundary to his right. He's not on the ground at the moment, but he'll run onto the field of play, kick around the body from about 20 metres away, and can they go back to back?
He might take a Zambrera home if he kicks this, Pop.
It's going to be a beauty. Plays on quickly, room to move, settles, kick for
yes.
goal is a good one, and he dances to the crowd, and this red leg side, after being asleep for the first 15 minutes, have woken from their slumber and got 2 in the space of 2 minutes.
And maybe that's all it was, Poppy. Spot on. They might have just been asleep early in this game, because I reckon they've probably nearly evened it out this first quarter with in terms of the scoreboard. Yeah. It's 4 goals to 2 and against a very strong breeze. So it might just about even this quarter out.
On the Metricon Homes scoreboard, it is now Traralgon 4-2-26, hold a 13-point lead over Bairnsdale 2-1-13.
So White will do the ruck duties up against Anderson. Tap down by Anderson. Neocleus handballs over the top towards Cunico on the wing. On the outer side is Tate Marsh. Left foot kick to half forward. Brown goes down low and takes the mark. Pops up. Cooper Brown gets called to play on. Steps around Cook. And he's kicked to the pocket. Nicely done there. Hand up from Longbottom. He's a good player for him. McMahon's little check kick. Goes in the direction now of Marsh. On the outside of the boot, Lopez goes back. Good spoil. Reese is there. Hit over the footy. Carsties. And Reese will lock it in and win himself a free kick. No, ball up. Danger zones now for the Maroons. Late in the quarter, Mitchell's there. Gives a handball off now to Reese. And Reese kicks it high to the outer side. They compete. And Jonah Walker brings it to ground, but they're going to bring it back in from Ambler, the Maroons. Over the top of the head, Lopez is going to run onto it. He's going to sock it off the ground, and Lando touches it once or twice and then pushes over for a minor score. So the margin sits currently at 2-2-14, that is, to 4-2-26. We've got a boundary throw-in. Metricon Homes first quarter for Gippsland Live.
All right, so Bairnsdale 2-1-13. Traralgon 4-3-27. 23 minutes gone. First quarter. Traralgon kicking with a strong breeze to the right of radio. And inside their forward 50 now. Can they go forward again? They can. Tripodi taken without the ball. Or at least claimed to be. The umpire will take control right on the arc of forward 50. And contending for the ruck for Traralgon will be Anderson. Sure that he got a clear possession. The umpire will have to take control again. Whereas Traralgon were winning these stoppages early, Bairnsdale have got the numbers around the contest now. Anderson taps it down, nicely done. Good work it was too, to clear the area. Now Tripodi, top of the square. They're outnumbered 2-1. Oh, and I reckon...
Found a
play on. They play on.
Oh,
there was a whistle, surely.
I thought there was a whistle. And if there wasn't, they should have paid a mark, surely.
Well, I thought
I'm not sure what happened.
I actually thought it was a push in the back from Leprez on his opponent, which is he resulted marking it, but... Really not sure what he paid there.
No, a metre out from Traralgon's goals. Leprez takes it one hand, tries to whip it down to the boot. Can't. East grabs it, kicks it, blazes away, goes out of bounds. Now, what's the decision here?
Well, they wouldn't want to.
No, the umpire says it was not deliberate.
Did have Reese, didn't he? Just there, maybe.
So the ball to be thrown in. It'll be thrown 45 metres from Traralgon's goals. They're leading by 14. We're nearly 25 minutes down. Comes out, Tripodi, first player there again, tackled. Pressure's on him, Mitchell. Can they keep it in? They can't. Tatnall was the player who was quite happy given the pressure he was under to keep that ball out.
14-point margin, and I think the Redlegs have done well so far, kicking against the breeze. On the Metricon home scoreboard, love where you live.
So the Maroons would dearly love one to close out the first quarter, just to give them a little bit of breathing space, given the Redlegs are going to have the breeze in a moment. Under pressure there was Louis D'Angelo, lost his footing, got rid of the ball, play up the call, and the Redlegs have got room to run. They just need to gain possession through Harvey. They do. He kicks inside forward 50. Bottom of it, LBJ, read it beautifully, took the mark, and he wants to play on and does. Find a teammate, yes indeed, and it's Jamie Dorr to kick from goal on a 45-degree angle, just 25 metres from goals, and Bairnsdale are all of a sudden reversed the pressure, and we have a game on our hands.
And the numbers say that too, Beast, as well. Sorry to jump in, because at one stage it was just an imbalance of numbers going Traralgon's way, and now Bairnsdale have actually turned it on its head. They're actually moving well, and their marks have increased tenfold since they started using the ball properly.
Jamie Dorr, short run up, kick for goal, looked okay. He's happy, Redlegs are happy, supporters are happy. It's a big day all round. Bairnsdale are back.
Third goal from a set shot for the first quarter for the Redlegs as well. And on the Metricon Homes scoreboard, it is now, I've lost my score because I couldn't write two things at once. But it's Bairnsdale
3-1.
3-1-19 to Traralgon 4-3-27.
And it's just far better movement by the Redlegs. I'm really excited to see what they can do, even with a bit of breeze. They've got a strong breeze, as we've mentioned about 100 times already this quarter. What they can do in the second quarter with a bit bit of breeze and a bit of tailwind behind them.
So Daniel Hutchison here for Carpet Country, tapped down in the middle of the ground again, and the tackler Max Neat.
So who am I here for today then? Normally I am here for Carpet Country.
You're here for Gippsland Isuzu Ute and Traralgon Volkswagen.
Beautiful.
A quick kick from Tyron Reese goes high to the top of the 50. Dorr comes out again. He competes, comes to ground level. Handball from Dunbar. Chain of hands. It now gets in the hands there of Hurigan. Kicks it over the top. The big ruckman in East comes off his line. Gives it to Tate Clay. And Clay's kicked to half forward. He'll go toward Vickery, but in the front spot there, it was Tatnell to rove it. Spins around on the right boot. Kicks it over the top. And now running onto it, Jonah Walker shrugs his defender off. Rolls into an open goal and slams it home. Jonah Walker with pure brute strength.
Just when we thought Traralgon were going to have a hot start, it's absolutely game on here at Bairnsdale City Oval. Bairnsdale have just fired back with 4 unanswered goals. Geez, they're looking really hot when they get the foot in. They actually just run and take the game on. It's when they slow up is when it gets a little bit ugly, but the last probably 10 minutes has been really good to see from the Bairnsdale side.
Well, the last 5 entries, 3 goals to the Bairnsdale side as well, so they've really been effective inside 50 too. So on the Metricon Homes scoreboard, it is now a game on. It is Traralgon 4-3-27. They lead Bairnsdale 4-1-25.
All right, time for Traralgon to tighten up. They need to stop this run and go back to the basics, because at the moment there's just too much room for this home side as they again clear the area. Nicely done it was too by Reese, around centre half forward. LBJ, that's Lachlan Byrne-Jones, overran it, but they got the numbers, one of which is our friend Caleb Crofts, who goes inside forward 50. Race is on, and the boundary wins out between Harvey and Marsh, right on the intersection of forward 50 and boundary. Bairnsdale into attack and trailing by just 2 points. 28 minutes gone, if you don't mind, but 8 goals scored as the ball's to be thrown back in.
Top of the 50 it is. Doing the ruck duty up there was Oscar Clark. He was in the front spot and tapped it down, but a stoppage forms again. So a secondary ball up. Clark this time taps it out the back, but out there was Cunico. Gives it to Willard and quickly wrapped up in a tackle from Rees. And now trying to come and help was Damon O'Connor.
At one stage, it was 11-1 inside 50. It is now 14-16. So how much the game has changed. Bairnsdale's 14 and Traralgon's 16. So the game has really swung on its head.
We had 4 goals straight to Traralgon in the opening 12 minutes of play. And then after that, it was 4 goals of Bairnsdale's from the 20-minute mark now to the 27. So in to a bit of a breeze that Bairnsdale are kicking. So is it still strong down there, or has it eased off in the last 10 minutes, Addie?
Nah, it is still strong, boys, that's for sure. It has eased up maybe a slight bit, but it does just keep picking up and then slowing down again.
Thanks very much to Addie Howe at ground level. Thanks to Carpet Country this afternoon. We've got another ball up on the outer side. Haven't missed much as Clark got over the shoulder there, and the free kick's going to go Anderson's way for the Maroons.
So Anderson from the half-back flank, that's a left half-back flank, will kick along the line, all of about 45 metres. Lapraise is his target, hands to it, falls to the front of the pack, plays the role of rover after contesting in the air, maybe gives away the free kick. Not sure it was him or a teammate. Importantly, it was a Bairnsdale free kick, and Tyron Reese will be the recipient and go short. Geez, not sure that it was the required meterage, and play on was the call inside forward 50. Whack takes the easiest of marks, defensive 50. Wants to change directions, no option there, so goes short and finds Marsh. Again, just short of left half back. Traralgon leading by 2 points. Over 30 minutes gone. First quarter. There we have it.
Right on cue. Poppy, good work. The siren sounds. What an entertaining first quarter it was. It is the Maroons, though, leading. They got away to a flyer. 4-3-27, Traralgon. Bairnsdale fought back in the latter part of that quarter, and they kicked the next 4 goals. So it's 4-1-25, a 2-point margin at quarter time. And of course, it is the Metricon Homes. First quarter, you're listening to Gippsland Live. We've got a quick break, and the second quarter coming up after this. All thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Take a look at the top 5 goals from the second week of round 7. Let's kick it off with number 1, Justin Pelicano from Leongatha. He was outside of the back. He got it left boot and puts it over the umpire's head. Number 2, Blake Cooling here from Morwell. He danced around one, then went on the left and put it through.
Burrs there. Cooling steps around one. On the left foot snap. It's
a zero! Number 3, Cooper Whitehill from Sale here just comes bursting through. Then he shapes that around. That's a difficult kick to do. A great goal. Number 4, Thomas Wrigglesworth from Sale here, doing his thing. The namesake, the Wriggle. Look at him go. Bang. Oh, yes. Great goal. Number 5, it's the Wrigglesworth again. This was a creative one, though. Nearly took the mark, but he had to go off the ground. How did he do that? He had a day out.
to rush and make mistakes, and that is what we saw in the second half of that first quarter. Traralgon really struggled there. They want to keep taking space. We saw that they did that as well and bring the energy. Traralgon want to their backliners need to get their matchups right because they're small. Bairnsdale smalls are the ones that are really getting to work there. They want to be the first to the ball and get creative when their ball is in the hands.
Interesting to see how it goes with the breeze this quarter, if anyone makes any real big changes. Daniel Hutchison's got some scores around the grounds, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
Well, the only other game on in the region is the Meenian Dumbalk United 2-4-16 versus Fish Creek 3-3-21 over there at Meenian. And in the AFL, it's Richmond 3-7-25, currently getting beaten by Sydney 7-11-53. So Sydney on a bit of a run there, Darryl, unfortunately for you.
All right, don't we have other games on?
We've got some Gippsland League games that he'll get to those scores in a moment with a big tap down. They go forward, the Redlegs. Mitchell, handball, just missed the target. North was off the back there. D'Angelo there. Half-back was McMahon. Now to Ambler, all by hands for the Maroons. They get to the wing area. And now Cunico brings it back inboard. Beautiful kick on the point of the square to Matt North. It's an open forward line. Goes in the direction McKenna. And a big spoil. Vickery gets to ground. It was East in the end. And now they become... lots of numbers around the footy as we've got a stoppage.
If you want, Beast, I can do the...
no, it's all right. I just had a glitch on my phone.
Both.
Glitch on my phone. I think the wind.
Okay.
Might have just...
Haven't quite got scores just yet. Big tap down there was from White. Gets to the top of the defensive 50. Mitchell at ground level, nicely done, and gets around a few and then comes out wide with a kick. It's a lateral kick and it's a good one to find Lockie Burn-Jones. He's got a chip kick off over the top, just missed his intended target indoor, taps it forward, Wack takes him out. Wack's got support through Tripodi. Tripodi gives it to Wack, who's under immediate pressure from Cloak with a strong tackle. And there is one fella that plays above his height, Lockie Cloak. He might be small in stature, but he goes at it like a cat on a hot tin roof.
Maybe a bat out of hell even. The ball now right half forward flank. First minute, second quarter. Traralgon 4-3 and Bairnsdale 4-1. Cleared by Anderson. Gains 20 metres, but Bairnsdale got the numbers around the ball, of which one is Mitchell. He goes short looking for his teammate there in Jonah Walker.
He picked
couldn't find that player, but Walker butters up. Kicked for goal, open, hits the right upright. Hits the goal post. A potential dream start for the home side went missing when possibly it should have been a bread and butter shot as Hirrigan prepares to bring the ball back in for the visiting side.
And on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, it is 4-2-26 Bairnsdale to Traralgon 4-3-27.
That kick does go to the outer side where Matt North takes the mark. And North looks up on his defensive 50, gets called to play on, has to chip a high kick to the wing area. East all on his own for the Redlegs. That ball went out of bounds on the full anyway, but Ethan East takes the mark. On the outer side, looks up. No one really presenting. It's real stagnant for the Bairnsdale side. They're just going to have to kick and hope as he's going to try and go short, and he does just that. Well weighted in the end. Lockie Burn-Jones has it, wheels and goes, kicks to the fat side. They need a big fly, the Redlegs. Worked underneath it nicely. Hurrigan does so well in that situation. And he takes the uncontested mark. Clearing kick out towards D'Angelo. He can take the mark. They got runners inboard. Cunico finds him by foot. Looks up. Willardon's in the middle on his own. He chips over the top to him. Finds him. And Willardon turns. He's got the runner back to Cunico, who followed up his kick. Handball further out wide towards Tripodi. He doesn't have a forward option at the moment, so Tripodi has to go left, right, and eventually just kick and high and force low press to lead. But coming across was Matt North, and well worked out in the end because Beastie initially had no one to go to.
Not one single option on this side of the ground. I don't know whether all the forwards for Traralgon got caught on the fat side of the ground, but he had absolutely nothing. And really good decision by him because he did identify that and just came back in board and found Matt North.
You think he'd be too far out. He checks his kick, went low press direction, couldn't complete the mark. Ball at ground level. Willardon slides in. They jump on top of him, and we'll have a ball up. Beast, you got some scores?
I do. Now that the phones stopped playing up, down at Druin, it's 4-1-25 Druin to Maffra 4-6-30. Over at Moe, it's Moe 7-7-49 to Warrigal 3-6-24. Over at Sale, it's Sale 5-6-36 to Maul 5-3-33. And over at Leongatha in the battle over there in South Gippy, it's Leongatha 5-3-33, leading Wonthaggi 3-2-20.
All right, so Lockie Byrne-Jones has it defensive 50, has a bounce.
He has a bounce, draws the player, feeds off. They got the runners, that's important, and one of them is Lockie Cloak, who goes short. Can he find? He does. Nicely picked up it was by teammate Vickery. He gives off. They kick to half-forward flank. Should be a Traralgon mark. He's a Traralgon mark. Hirrigan, the skipper, on the half-back flank. On the grandstand side, short. Wasn't the best of kicks, but it found the target, Cunico. He looked to the right to see if there was an ability to play on. There wasn't. He's forced to and kicks more in hope than anything else. And East has got his name written on this one and takes the easiest of marks really, and then kicks towards the outer side. They're just starting to work a little bit harder as they go for Jonah Walker. Plays on, dances around one. He's got runners to the left, one of which was Harvey. He goes short. Can he find a target? He cannot. Well, not initially at least, because coming through was Mitchell. Gave it off to Walker, top of the square. Hirrigan, too easy.
You can't just bomb it like that and dump kick it.
Well, with the breeze, Darryl, you'd think the forwards would be playing a little bit deeper, given the carry of the ball. Hirrigan just got himself in the perfect position, right in the goal square, and Bairnsdale just didn't identify the wind.
1 point margin, Traralgon lead it by 4-3-27, 4-2-26 is the score as East takes the mark at a half-forward flank area. He's going to, he looked to switch it and then comes back and finds Bills.
That's a good kick.
Yeah, it is. Fella. He was going to go to the other side of the ground and there was numbers everywhere for Traralgon, so a good kick to find Bills. Bills kicks to the point of the square and not quite completing it. Back there was Dorr. Dunbar gave a slick handball to D'Angelo, gave it to Little, who gave it to McMahon. The outlet kick is good to Neokley. He's got all the time and the space in front of him, but says no. I'm going to stop and go slow with a short kick. Play on, didn't take the mark. Lopez just casually and then got wrapped up, holding the footy. No, said the umpire. Play on. A kick around the body from Neokley will dump it out, and Reece Carstairs takes the mark on the wing area.
Free kick for a Shepherd of the Traralgon player, so reverse. Didn't see it, but importantly, Willerton has it.
Sorry, Poppy, you'd be disappointed if you're Bairnsdale, because the umpire blew the whistle for a mark and he dropped it, and then he didn't get paid holding the ball. It should have been a free kick to Bairnsdale.
So McKenna now have the ball as a result of that and go inside forward 50. Nice lead, nice kick, and a nice take. Falls in the arms of Cunico, inside forward 50.
It's Traralgon's 15 mark for the quarter as well too, so they've really used the ball extremely... they used the ball a fair bit this quarter as well. To Bairnsdale, they've only had the 7 marks, but half of them have been taken by East.
So Cunico kicks to the top of the square where McKenna is the target, can't take the ball. He does the roving, quick kick, it's a contender. The big fella puts a big one through and a much needed one for Traralgon. It's been quite a while, but all of a sudden they're back on the scoreboard.
And on the Murray Racing Club scoreboard, it is now Traralgon 5-3-33. They lead Bairnsdale 4-2-26.
Big fella McKenna will probably have a sore back after bending down that far and having a snap on his left foot. But you can see with the marks, Box, as you just alluded to before, clearly with the wind condition here, Traralgon trying to slow it up and play a bit more possession footy, whereas Bairnsdale have obviously clearly got the wind going down the Painesville into the ground. They just want to get it quick and get it long, because that's exactly what Traralgon did in the first half of the first quarter.
McKenna's pretty good at ground level for a big fella. Anderson taps it down. Can't quite get a clean clearance out of there, the Maroons. Addy Howe at ground level for Carper Country.
One thing I have noticed, boys, the Traralgon bench is really getting their rotations going quick, 3-4 minute rotations. Bairnsdale are waiting until this 7-8 minute mark just to get their first rotation.
All right, good little point there from Addy. As Clark gets it in the middle for the Redlegs, kicks to open space. Dawes got a bit of pace, and I like the way he goes about it. Good tackle, though, by Hirrigan, though. And the umpire quickly blew the whistle on that occasion. I'm okay with that, I think. Ball up, top of the 50. Second quarter for the Moe Racing Club. They've got a new date for Cup Day. It's the 16th of November. As it comes to ground level, Tatnell hit a pace and then took on the tackler. And, yeah, it wasn't holding the footy. It was a high fend-off with an elbow to the head for Tate Marsh.
The umpires actually said dropping the ball.
Yeah, fair enough too. I think it was both, Beast. As Marsh's kick to the outer side. Longbottom with a big spoil. Comes to the back of the pack. O'Connor was there. And gets caught in the tackle, and the umpire says, my ball. The Moe Cup, I tell you what, 16th of November is an interesting one. Tickets and packages are on sale now. And, of course, they've got their young members, so become a young member today for the Moe Racing Club.
So here at the Bairnsdale home ground. 9 minutes into the second quarter. Bairnsdale, the home side, 4-2-26. Traralgon 5-3-33. Traralgon attempt to go into attack, but the kick is offline from Huey Dunbar and out of bounds on the full.
Another little important stat too. Inside 50s, Bairnsdale lead at 6-4, and Traralgon have got the first goal of the second quarter as well. So they've got to make more of their opportunities going inside 50, these Redlegs.
And the Redlegs attempt to do that right now as they threaten the half-forward flank out the back, well read by Whack. So Whack from the half-back flank, after taking a solid mark, just read the ball so beautifully in the air, better than everyone else around him. Found Laprise, who played on quickly to Jordan Cunico, went searching for North, didn't find the target. Take two, says North. Handballs to the advantage of a teammate, and who handballs blindly over the back of his head, hoping to find a teammate. Can't. Free kick will go the way of Bairnsdale from the left half-back flank. So it's just been brought to our attention that Bairnsdale have got 5 under-18 players here, and
that was one of them.
If in young Froud, who, if that's any indication, the future looks bright for this red leg side, who go along the line. Can they find a winner? They can. Was that Walker?
Yep, Bill's to Walker.
So left half forward flank. Bairnsdale won't go away. Traralgon with a slender lead, and here they go. Dancing around the half forward flank. They do it through Reese. The kick, plenty of height, but that allows Hirrigan to read the ball so beautifully as he does so consistently. And in the last line of defence, he's been called to play on. Keeps his head, goes short, got an option. That's Whack. Another defender of note for this Traralgon side. The reigning premiers haven't yet shown the sort of football that got them that cup 12 months ago, but it's just bubbling in the background as the umpire calls for a ball up after a mark was claimed by Bairnsdale, and I thought rightly so.
So, Beast, 10 minutes into the second quarter, Bairnsdale kicking with the breeze, but they're not using it well enough, are they? Just putting it up there for Horrigan to read it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that says more about Traralgon's defensive side of their game too. I think they're just picking off everything that comes forward for Bairnsdale. But, you know, it makes you wonder why the opposition can never work this out. Why kick long to a one-on-one with Horrigan involved? He just picks it off every time.
So, Reese under pressure, kicks at the top of the 50. Back there is Brown, sweeping handball over the top to open space. And the umpire said play on. D'Angelo squeezed a handball out. Froud, though, gave it backwards to O'Connor. O'Connor's kick. And Horrigan again. This time takes the mark over Caleb Crofts, the first gamer.
Reads the ball beautifully, doesn't he?
Yep. And look, Caleb Crofts is a first gamer for the Red League, so it's a matchup Traralgon would like. Ambley now gets it, quickly plays on, gives it to McMahon, half forward, a wobbly punt inside forward 50. East, one bite, couldn't complete the mark, socketed off the ground. Lopez swoops on it, gives a handball to Reuters. Carsteens was there, good body work. Gives it to East, who didn't have the footy. And holding the man free kick, big Ethan East.
He's been good down there, East. Plenty of the ball, him and Longbottom been rock solid. In front of a healthy crowd where the MND slide occurred earlier today. Froud, nice handball. LBJ, I thought, dropped the ball. Play on's the call. Good tackle. Keeps the ball in the area being centre wing, grandstand side. Hot contest by half a dozen players. The umpire will eventually be the winner.
Well, the umpires have put the whistles away. It's only 2 free kicks apiece so far. 10 minutes played in this second quarter.
It's got to be a little bit concerning with the way that Traralgon have rolled back. They've rolled back 3 spared numbers in their defence. So as soon as Bairnsdale look up and want to go forward, they're going to kick to an absolute sea of Traralgon jumpers. So they need to just get one-on-ones forward of the footy, and they need to really clean that up.
Clark taps it down. McKenna was there. So was Froud. Comes back onto the right. Kicks to the wing area. That is a one-on-one. And it gets over the back. Horrigan's there, though. Ground level. Handball over the shoulder. That was from the Bairnsdale player there, and Jamie Dorr, they coughed it up. Now the Maroons on the rebound. Marsh gets it out wide to Brown with some open space. Gathers it at half forward on the left foot. Just gets underneath it a little bit. And it's a poor kick in the end. Tyron Reese takes the mark.
Yeah, both teams are breaking down, entering forward 50 as Froud goes along the line. It's a one-on-one contest that Beast has called for, but it's going to quickly turn into a 2-on-1 contest with Traralgon having the numbers.
Danger.
Connor Little went inboard into the corridor. Danger okay. Quick snap around the body. Byron victory. Once the right bounce, it didn't. It was a ball that followed straight through. He wanted an off break, didn't get it, so a minor score. 13 3/4 minutes gone. Second quarter
on Club Eastwood Bairnsdale scoreboard. It is now Traralgon 5-3-33. They lead Bairnsdale 4-3-27.
So Jacko McMahon now for the Maroons. Out of side. Looking for Dunbar. Can't complete the mark. Connor Little tried to swoop on it and run on it. Bairnsdale had some numbers there. Umpire will ball it up.
Incredibly, 23 marks at Traralgon to 10 Bairnsdale so far in this quarter. They've got the advantage for the wind as well, the Redlegs, so they're not taking the opportunities.
Clark with a tap down to the outer side. Reese looked for the free kick. Umpire said not there. Quick handball Reuters gave releasing one to Cunico. His kick out wide. Looking for Roscoe. Couldn't complete the mark. Dorr was there in a quick tackle. It was Lando, sorry, in the end. And they fight for it at ground level. East comes in to help. Over the shoulder handball. Went 35 metres. But straight in the hands of Cunico. And then Marsh gave it back to Cunico, who just dumped it inside forward. 50, East. Jeez, he's been a pillar down there, hasn't he?
I don't know if you're taking his marks, Box, but I reckon if they've taken 11, he's taken 11 of them.
5 contested marks this quarter, 3 to East.
Well done on that occasion there was from Caleb Crofts, just to keep his feet and bust his way through. Coming through, though, was McKenna, and now picking it up quickly. Didn't have the footy. Free kick's going to go in the way of the youngster in Froud. And Job Froud has it on the wing.
I reckon it's not a bad move by Bairnsdale. I reckon they've just about put Ethan East down back just to steady the ship and taking him out of the ruck. And I reckon this might be your ruckman here, Darryl.
Yep, Clark chips it to open space and allows Vickery to get there. Vickery might be the one that's gone forward, Beast, as well. As Vickery's there, has to work with Hourigan. Got a handball away. Marsh ducked under the tackle. Wack was there with an inboard to Dunbar. And Dunbar's right foot kick down the line, looking for Lopez and finding him on the outer side.
Yeah, they're just looking a little bit more organised. It's not reflected on the scoreboard at this stage. Traralgon about just the 1 goal in 16 minutes gone of this second quarter, and Bairnsdale just the 2 points. The margin is 1 straight kick, though, as Cunico on the outer side of the ground, just short of right half forward, gives ground to Hourigan, but starts to threaten the corridor of this quite large Bairnsdale ground. He in turn goes inboard looking for Wack, who's made a move, backs himself in, runs 10, kicks 40. He's going to find East, you'd think. I thought East was interfered with. He'll get the free kick. And that's the correct call by the umpire.
Geez, I know we've said it before, but he's been crucial this quarter, East, for Bairnsdale, and I think that move has probably saved them a couple of goals, to be honest.
Yeah, no question. He's been every bit as effective at one end of the ground as Hourigan has been at the other. As Redlegs clear the area through Clay, can't find a target, in fact, can only find the boundary line. And it's going to be, in fact, it's a Marsh kick. So Marsh from the outer side of the ground will kick from 70 metres out against a fairly strong breeze that Eddie Howe's told us about. And a mark was dropped that possibly should have been taken, but importantly, they've got the numbers at ground level and they're running it out beautifully, the Redlegs. Look at this. They've ran the ball with 1 possession and 1 handball. On the end of it's going to be LBJ again.
Throw.
It's going to be a throw.
Oh, well, he's called that super late.
He's called it very late, and it should have been a 50, even though LBJ was frustrated because he had the ball and was running and then dropped it where he stood. I don't actually agree with the original call, but it was 2 bad calls in a row. As McMahon goes inside forward 50. Lepre's the target, ground level. Legs have got the numbers again.
Cook.
And on this occasion, it's going to be...
Good run.
It was good run. They're starting to really turn their legs over as Max Neat goes inside forward 50. Vickery led to the ball. And nicely done again as they work their way out through McMahon, and now Marsh eases the pressure momentarily as now Wack takes the ball and off the Maroons go again.
Yeah, Cade Marsh got it to the outer side. Both the forward and defender fell over. Allows Damon O'Connor to come in and pick it up. Chisel one 15 metres on the dot to find Tate Clay. The switch is on. And it's exactly what they needed to do. Beast was looking for this one. Easter's there. He's got Cloak on the outer side. He can find him at his defensive 50. He's got Burn Jones short. Finds him again. Who's working? Dorr will work. Do they go to him? Burn Jones. He does. Over. God, nicely done. Yeah. Well read by Jamie Dorr as well. Dorr chips it over the top. Looking for Bills. McMahon will come in and spoil. Ground level there is Cashmore. Keeps it in the field of play. Gives it up though. Dorr, nicely done. Under pressure to Reese. Kept his feet. Handball over the top. Cashmore goes again. Got one high. And he didn't like the attention from on that occasion from Bills. A little bit of push and shove. And now Reese comes in and puts Cashmore down. And Tyron Reese says, I've had enough of it. but he's given away 50.
Just a silly reaction there because there was really nothing in that. The Bairnsdale play just got stuck between two Traralgon players. Somehow pulled a free kick out.
Cashmore quickly goes to north and now goes to the outer side, but reading it better out there was Cook. Dropped the mark, goes back and finds the footy. Umpire says my ball.
That chain and link and that run off half back for Bairnsdale, that's something I really want to see a lot more of. The two bits of play about a couple of minutes ago looked really, really good for them. It's just when they go forward is where they break down.
So inside forward 50 now. Marsh releases. Can they make something out of this? They're going to attempt to. Quick kick for goal is going to come from Willa. Turn. No, falls 1 metre short. Free kick. Oh, goodness gracious. Outnumbered 2-1. And the player from Traralgon was the one, Cooper Brown. I thought it was fair play.
And the umpire was in I reckon, a poor position to decide whether there was a push or it's just holding to the ground.
Well, they both sort of went to ground. The both players who were competing with each other. So
yep.
Might be a mistake there.
Cooper Brown, bread and butter kick.
Missed it.
And from 5 metres out on a fairly reasonable angle has kicked across the face of goals and scored a point when it should have been a much-needed goal.
On the Maui Racing Club scoreboard, it is Traralgon 5-4-34. They lead Bairnsdale 4-3-27.
So the football gods just had a bit to do with that, maybe. As Cook, first gamer, comes in, kicks it long out wide, big fist from Whack, and he's found the boundary throw in.
So if we look here, boys, as they set up, Traralgon are now rolling back another number. So they've got outnumbered Bairnsdale 4-2. I mean, it will even out now as they all sort of get out of that stoppage. But this is where Bairnsdale need to use the win. They can't allow the likes of Wack and Hourigan to stand off their man and just run in and defend.
20-minute mark of the second quarter. 7-point margin in favour of the Maroons. Cashmore gets it out the back to Ambler. The run from McMahon off half-back was good. Drives it inside forward 50 again. Good wrestle from Longbottom and Lopez. Lopez does well. Squeezes the handball out. Tripodi kicks around the body. Last line. Oh, it's taken a right-hand turn.
Oh, he touched
Ethan East, the big pillar, finally got a fingertip to it, but only just. It's another minor score. Maui Racing Club Cup Day on Sunday the 16th of November.
And on the Maui Racing Club scoreboard, it is now 5-5-35 Traralgon to Bairnsdale 4-3-27.
Bring the ball back into play, the Redlegs, and Reese goes inboard. Nicely done. Teammate Tate Clay attempted to play on, chooses to swing on the left and give it back to where it came from in Reese, just short of left half-back flank. The margin just 8 points, as you heard Boxer say, as the home side working along the lines, being patient, trying to find a way forward. Possibly Harvey out of side of the ground. And that left leg, there's a few
danger.
Lefties in this side. They went searching for, but couldn't find the big man in Caleb Crofts. And now we've got a 50-50 ball in which Harvey wins it out. They give ground. They do it through O'Connor. They change direction where there's a bit of space. If they can use the ball quickly, they can. A nice leg from a standing start finds Cook. And Cook gives it off. And here we go through Harvey. One-on-one contest. Guess who? Go on, guess. Guess who it is.
Someone called Ty.
Ty Hourigan takes another mark. He says anything Ethan East can do, I can do better. The jury's still out, but it's a very even contest. He comes to North. Grandstand side, left half-back flank, Traralgon, an 8-point buffer. As you heard from the Beast, they've swung some players back with Bairnsdale having this breeze, and they've evened out the game. After we thought at quarter time Bairnsdale may have the advantage, Traralgon have worked it out beautifully themselves, as did Louis D'Angelo then. At centre-half forward, he finds Whack. He plays on quickly. Here we go. Nicely done. Dunbar, can he find a winner? Oh, geez, waiting out the back. Longbottom got a step to it. A kick off the ground from a metre out. Also went offline.
Wow.
And Traralgon have burnt 2 chances in 2 minutes.
Desperate defending right there. I think he just snuck a boot in, the Bairnsdale player. I couldn't quite see who it was, but
Longbottom, I think.
Longbottom, was it? He just snuck a boot in there because Jordan Cunico looked like he was going to kick Traralgon second for the quarter.
Well, 9 points now the margin. Clay gets on the end of it as quick transition from the Redlegs. Whack comes in and thumps it out of Carsteen's hands. And we've got a boundary throw on the outer side. Big calendar of racing this season for Maui. I've had a little bit of a sneak peek, guys, at the dates. And I tell you what, they're very, very good. Addy Howe at ground level.
The Redlegs may have an injury concern. Vickery has just come off holding his right ankle. He's just getting checked now by the physios.
Thanks, Addy. All thanks to Carpet Country as the kick goes back to the top of 50. The Longbottom and Lopez battle is a good one, and it's going to go right down to the wire, isn't it, in terms of who wins that battle, Beast?
Well, at this stage, I reckon Longbottom is, because LaPre's had very little impact on this game.
I've got a quick round of grounds thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. Gippsland in the AFL, it's the Swans. It's all the Swans at the moment. It's 73 to Richmond, 27.
73 to Richmond.
73 to Sydney.
Oh, okay.
27 to Richmond.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Thanks for clearing that up, Poppy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bit of confusion there.
Back here, Gippsland Live. It is a 9-point margin in favour of Traralgon. They're kicking against the breeze, so you'd say they've had a win here, as we've only had one goal kicked in the quarter, and that was to Traralgon. Can they get something here, the Redlegs? Harvey bursts out. Nicely done. Can find out there. It was Crofts. They play on quickly. Harvey drives it back in. This time, Connor Little couldn't complete the mark, but gets a free kick as Jonah Walker gave him a bit of an ear massage.
So this is the frustrating bit for me watching this, guys, is they come streaming through the midfield, that is the Redlegs, and they look up and try to go quick inside 450, but they actually haven't got a target to go to.
Yep.
So they really need to have a look at getting some forwards forward of the ball and leading coming back up at the kickers.
It's a starting point, isn't it, Beast? Where they start from, they're starting too high. As they get the wing, ball on the wing, Anderson takes the mark, and it only went 25 minutes because we only had one goal kicked and not many stoppages at all. And against the breeze, the Maroons have held strong. Bairnsdale will be disappointed with that second quarter, kicking with the breeze, and they only managed 2 points for the quarter. It's the Redlegs trailing 4-3-27. Traralgon a 5-6-36 at half-time. We've got the half-time wrap coming up. It is Gippsland Live, all thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Take a look at the top 5 goals from the second week of round 7. Let's kick it off with number 1, Justin Pelicano from Leongatha. He was outside of the back. He got it left boot and puts it over the umpire's head. Number 2, Blake Cooling here from Morwell. He danced around one, then went on the left and put it through.
Burrs there. Cooling steps around one. On the left foot snap. It's a zero!
Number 3, Cooper Whitehill from Sale here just comes bursting through. Then he shapes that around. That's a difficult kick to do. A great goal. Number 4, Thomas Wrigglesworth from Sale here, doing his thing. The namesake, the Wriggle. Look at him go. Bang! Oh, yes. Great goal. Number 5, it's the Wrigglesworth again. This was a creative one, though. Nearly took the mark, but he had to go off the ground. How did he do that? He had a day out.
comes you, you fucking will smash.
Wow. I'm not saying anything.
Yeah, welcome back. Bairnsdale City Oval. 9-point margin at halftime. Both sides are back out there. And as Poppy said prior to the break, it is an all-important win for one of these sides. At the moment, Traralgon 5-6-36, leading Bairnsdale 4-3-27. Addie Howe's at ground level, and she's been in the rooms at halftime, all thanks to Carpet Country. But maybe the news is as the two sides run out, one of the key players for Bairnsdale, Hugh Longbottom, looked in a little bit of distress.
He is, boys. He's in with the physio now. He's just popping some Panadol, so I'm not sure if he just doesn't feel well or if something's happened. But I popped into the Traralgon rooms and they want to direct each other more by talking more so that they know where each other are. They want to keep doing the handball receives and getting on top of Bairnsdale that way. They want the ball to come on the commentary side of the ground, which is the coach's box side, and only use the middle. They don't want to pop onto that far side. Bairnsdale, the backliners, want to locate and find their players. They can't just all push behind and back. They want to keep playing man on man and forcing them to kick long down the line, keep lowering their eyes and hitting a leading player in their forward line.
Thanks very much, Addie. Just quickly, how's your injury? Of course, down at ground level, under duress as well, with a moon boot on, and rolled the ankle last week in the big game.
I did, but I'm feeling all right. Had some painkillers, so I'm pushing through. But yeah, it's not an amazing injury to happen at this time, but it's all good.
All right, if you need to take a seat.
Maybe Addie can go get some of those tablets at Longbottom to take it.
Well, maybe. Take a seat if you need to, Addie. Thanks for your time at ground level, of course.
Thank you, boys.
Doing more than what your old man would do under that type of injury, no doubt at all. Let's have a look how this pans out. Beast, how do you want to see it going?
Well, I think I'm hoping Bairnsdale just reviewed their first quarter and they actually looked at what their strengths were in the second half of the first quarter. They can't allow Traralgon to get a hot start like they did in that first quarter, but I really want to see that run and that chain and that link-up handball off half-back and really just lower the eyes going into their forward 50. They've clearly got a disadvantage in height down there, especially with Traralgon's bigs. But if they just lower their eyes and just play kick-to-kick footy, try to come in board and not bomb down the line, I think we're in for a real treat this second half.
Well, let's have a look at it. Oscar Clark is now doing ruck duties up against Tyler Anderson. And good matchup. Clark taps it down. D'Angelo was there and didn't have the footy professional free kick. Mitchell can't believe it, as Louis D'Angelo has it right in the middle of the Bairnsdale City Oval. And 50-metre penalty. I don't know what was that for.
This could be a goal inside the first 30 seconds.
Yeah. And that was about 20 metres. Because the man on the marks, look at D'Angelo, can't believe it. He said the man on the marks in the middle, you've put him 48 metres out from goal. And that is literally 30 metres as D'Angelo has to pass it off now. And over the back it goes. Harvey was there, gave it to East. Chip kick out wide to Mitchell. And Mitchell now gives a handball to the run of O'Connor. And O'Connor on the outer side chips his kick to Dorr. Elevates, can't complete the mark. Well done by Mitchell, though. Handball inboard to Tyron Reese. Reese goes back towards Harvey. He's been busy. To Mitchell, to Harvey. Left foot kick down the line. Looking for Vickery. Can't find him. It's good to see him back out there. Now they come in, the Maroons, and McMahon grabs it in the field of play. Got quickly tackled, and we'll have a boundary throw in. 30-metre penalty there, Pop.
Yeah. No, certainly a short 50. Maybe the umpire was reconsidering his original decision and
Well,
sort of met halfway.
The 30 metres is what the AFL Players Association are called for now, aren't they? A 30-metre penalty instead of 50.
Addie Howe, what's happening at ground level?
We have got someone's dog on the field, so they've just stopped the play now, waiting for it to hop off.
I'll tell you what, if it's barking, it'll be Lucino's dog.
It's ran, and it knows where to go because it's just
Cole,
ran
if you're listening.
from one side of the ground to the other and straight out the gate into the change rooms. Injury concerns there for the dog. As from the stoppage, Reese gives a handball back to Clark, and Clark's right foot kick goes top of the 50. Whack tried to come back. Good work. And kept his feet. Lockie Burn-Jones got ball to boot quickly. I tell you what, Ty Hourigan can read a footy, can't he?
He definitely can. And surely after a dog on the ground, would they not have to do a quick report and have a look, run over in case it's dropped a nugget? You'd hate to fall in that, wouldn't you?
An inboard kick was dangerous, but it comes off as Cashmore now marks and gives a handball to Cunico. Cunico's kick to the wing. Roscoe's there. Marks in front of...
Good take, got runners.
Lando doesn't give the hands. Pushes back. McKenna presents, goes in that direction on his own. McKenna! Drops the easiest of marks. Got time to give a handball to Ambler. Ambler comes back and finds Dunbar directly in front, points to the goals and says, I'll have a shot.
Well, it worked out in the end. I think the big fella, McKenna, the sun might have broke through the clouds at the wrong time because as soon as he went up...
Generous.
He's given the old squint of the eyes.
I think you're a bit generous there.
Well, I know. As a key forward, you should mark them, but I think the sun might have just got him.
So Huey Dunbar directly in front with the breeze. We'll start it to the right and work it back. Well, he didn't need to in the end. He got plenty of power into it, straight over the goal umpire's head. 3 minutes into the third quarter for Maccas. Sees a goal to Huey Dunbar.
And on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, it is Traralgon 5-7-42. They lead Bairnsdale 4-3-27.
Well, it's pretty much a repeat of the first quarter, guys, isn't it? This is not what Bairnsdale need. They don't want Traralgon to get a fast start because they were struggling to reel them in that first quarter, albeit they did pretty well at it, I must say. But, not a good start for the Bairnsdale Redlegs. They really want to get one back here.
And I think Coach Hamilton's made no secret of his plan to attack. Use only the corridor or the commentary side of the ground. Let's make the most of the wind, and this is the way to do it. As the ball in the centre of the Bairnsdale home ground, it's a free kick. It's going to go the way of Lockie Cloak. Wearing the headgear, yellow boots, looks left, looks right. Most options have been tied up, so he kicks to the outer side where Whack punches forward. Ambler reads beautifully. They're out of trouble, or are they? It was cut off now. Mitchell gets a handball.
Hourigan.
2-on-1. Hourigan reads it nicely. Can't take the mark. First player at ground level. And then eases the pressure, gets a handball off, and they're out of trouble. Or are they? North over the top, looking for D'Angelo. A quick kick, and now Whack. Just outside enemy territory. 4 minutes gone of this last quarter. Whack sums up his options and chooses to go towards the outer side. Can't find a teammate. Read beautifully by Ambler. Grand level. Goes searching at centre half forward. East plays on. Takes on a couple. Tackled, but big enough to get rid of them. Cloak gets another handball and tries to set up a forward move through Carstairs, who kicks grandstand side, and LBJ. That's Lockie Burn-Jones. Takes a mark. Plays on neatly. Can he find a target here? 1, 2 grabs. Ground level. McMahon. That's Jackson. Feeds it off, and Hourigan kicks towards touch, but can't find anything but an opposition player in the shape of Tate Clay.
Chips over the top. Cashmore comes off his man. Can't complete the mark, and it goes over the boundary throw. And a little bit of push and shove, but nothing too untowards.
I wouldn't mind seeing Bairnsdale just slow the game up a little bit too, because they've got control. They're actually marking the pill. They're just turning the thing over.
15-point margin for the Maroons. Boundary throw-in, attacking half of the ground for the Redlegs. Clark does the duties against Anderson. Tatnell tried to crash his way through. Picked off, though, by Reuters. Cunico in a tight little room. Quick handball to Reuters. Left it behind, did Cade Marsh. And now Dorr, who shows something, although kicked it straight in the back of his teammate's head. That man was Reese. Reese said, I'll just get the footy. Give a handball to Mitchell. He goes lateral and nearly backwards in the end. Harvey's out there. He's got to get around too. And does just that. Beautifully done. Twisting, turning, high kick. And coming out on a long lead is it Jonah Walker. Did we talk about him during the break, boys?
We did, and he beat Hourigan to the ball on that occasion. There was some good body work done behind the play as well, but Walker, you highlighted during the halftime break, is a good target to contest right where he is right now.
Beast, where did he start from on that occasion?
Well, he was over in the pocket, and Hurrigan was clearly trying to read that play, because when they went to switch, he just shuffled over in hope that Traralgon would win the ball and they could just rebound. But pretty good work out there by the young Bairnsdale player.
An exciting young player on Gippsland Power's list, and Jonah Walker makes no mistake. It's a goal the Redlegs needed, because it's the first time, and it was through Jonah Walker as well, back at the 27-minute mark of the first quarter. They finally get one now, 4 minutes in.
On the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, it is Traralgon 5-7-42. They lead Bairnsdale 5-3-33. It was one of those things we did speak about at half-time, because I noticed he was on the bench there for quite a period of time. When the rotations are high from Traralgon, turnovers quite quick, 3 to 4 minutes, and you've got one of your best players on the bench there for about 7 to 8 minutes. Makes a massive difference when you're getting beaten inside 50.
All right, ball inside the centre square right now. That's a reinstated play. Nicely cut off it was too. Stolen by Mitchell. They go forward to the Redlegs, looking for back-to-back to edge closer. That margin at the moment sits at 9 points as it did at half-time. At Bairnsdale, as we speak, inside forward 50. Traralgon still applying the pressure, but here they go. Top of the square from Clark. Can they get another win here? Nope. They can't. Harrigan's got the set this time and can play on quickly if he like to. Goes looking for, I'm not sure where the target was there, but I don't think it was the right target. Punched inside Bairnsdale's forward 50 again. Play on's the call. Fighting hard. Players from both sides. Right on the top arc of 50. Centre half forward true. Bairnsdale kicking to the left of radio, Traralgon therefore right, but at the moment, 8-minute mark, they've got a margin. Bairnsdale, top of the square again. Oh. LBG got hands to it, couldn't take it. Tristan Wack came in to lend a hand. They're going to get a second go. It's Froud around the body, and he's got a beauty.
And he's done the cold celebration as well. The double hands just too cold out here. Froud was a very good swooping goal on that occasion.
Beautifully done, a nice contender to match that of Reuters, the first goal of the day. Froud puts his hand up for a contender for the Zambrero goal of the day.
And on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, it is Traralgon 5-7-42. They lead only by the 3 points, now 6-3-39 Bairnsdale.
I think they can actually get on top and expose Traralgon's backline if they just get the ball in quick, because their smalls are actually really getting to work, and it's really exposing Traralgon's bigs.
So back to the middle I go. D'Angelo tried to handball, then left it behind. Clark just jumped in his back, and the umpire said, no, it's okay. My ball. Addy Howe.
Dan McKenna has come off. He's got a broken nose, actually. Lots of blood, which is not good. Definitely concern for Traralgon there.
Oh, it's one of the key forwards for him. Can they win it here through Harvey, the Redlegs?
Back down, Addy, is that wind changed at all? Because the trees on the other side of the ground probably don't look like they're moving like they were prior to half time. But again, quick ball movement by the Redlegs. I think this is the way they're going to get on top of the Traralgon side, is get the ball moving quick. They've got the speed, and they've got some really interesting matchups down forward line that I think are coming off for the Redlegs at this minute.
You won't be seeing that in the highlights reel. I'll give you the tip. Jesse Bills was the player who kicked the goal.
And on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, it is Bairnsdale take the lead for the first time this afternoon, 7-3-45 to Traralgon 6-6-42.
Just ruined Jesse Bills' moment.
If you want to see the highlight, though, send in a request and demand to see it.
I stuffed it up.
As a Redlegs whack, maybe got a tap there to D'Angelo. D'Angelo runs 10, feeds it off, and here we go. Can they make something out of this? Tripodi one-on-one. Traralgon have got the right spot here through
They can get a switch on if he looks Cunico. They've got numbers on this side of the ground.
Doesn't quite look. So he'll kick down the line. And big pack will form. Lopez over the back. East with a big don't argue. Shrugged off the defender and then got a kick away. And nicely done on the outer side. So Connor, who comes back inboard to Will Mitchell. He's got a handball forward if he wants him, and that player is White. Another forward handball under pressure. And they couldn't quite get rid of it quick enough, the Red Legs, but somehow lands in the hands of Lockie Byrne-Jones. Outboard handball to Cloak. Cloak on his left foot, chips to the top of the 50. They're going to work hard. Froud, well, they don't get a kind bounce. And now Tripodi lost it. Walker, handballs over the top. Here's that man, Bills. I'll get your name right this occasion, Jesse. And he fights hard, 40 metres out from his goal to cause the stoppage. The margin sits at 3.
If my stats are right, we've only had one free kick for the quarter, and that was also a 50-metre penalty as well. So, unless I've missed a couple, but right now the umpires have put the whistles away. It is play to cut through. There's your second free kick for the quarter, if I'm correct.
Yeah, you are indeed. Here we go. So Tyron Reese will have the free kick. He's probably outside his range, kicking against the breeze, because he'll kick from outside 50. No movement as I speak, or very limited. So you'd expect him to go top of the square. He sort of goes in that direction. I reckon he's got the sit here. No, Harrigan comes in to lend a hand. Ball comes to ground. Marsh at the bottom of the pack, tries to get it out. Umpire says, I'll take control, despite the calls for holding the ball. Traralgon lead by 3 points. 13 3/4 minutes gone, third quarter.
Whack, taps it down, socket over the ground, off the out of the air it was on that occasion by Cook. And the Maroons, while they relieve a little bit of pressure, now coming the other direction is Charlie Cook. Gives a handball to Mitchell, back to Clay. Clay's kick to the pocket, over the back. Oh, Walker's nearly going to take it on the chest, but he gets it anyway. Kicks a high one across the face of goal, and that's gone directly across. Although Marsh can't complete it, Harvey swoops on it, kicks to the pocket, misses everything, out of bounds on the full. Carnage everywhere.
Geez, talk about a forward. That's an absolute nightmare for a lead up forward when your own teammate just cuts across in front of your leading lane and, well, completely robbed him of a shot on goal, I would have thought.
Would have been the last time he would have done it in front of me.
McDonald's Gippsland third quarter. Maroons now hold on to it as they come out of the defence. Connor Ambler has it.
Small at him. Played for so many different clubs. Here we go now again. So this one's going to be Tyrese. He kicks for goal. I think he's going to make the distance, and he did, but the accuracy was not there.
And on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, it is Bairnsdale 7-4-46. They trail Traralgon 7-6-48.
And Traralgon with the ball now to bring the ball back into play.
Try McCafe's new blend today. Smoother, bolder, better. I'm loving it.
Yeah, we had one of those on the way down here today, an absolute beauty. In fact, we took 7 of them.
Wasn't the same 7 we ordered early.
No, that's right.
That was from a different cafe.
Yes. Here we go. Ball now in front of our commentary position. Nicely taken by Cook. Could not keep the ball in. So just short of left half forward, Bairnsdale continuing to attack to reel back in that 2-point margin. Plenty of lead changes this afternoon. Plenty of passages of play within this game that both sides have had control of, and at the moment we've got a bit of an arm wrestle where we're just finding it hard for a team to assert their authority. Ball thrown up, Whack couldn't get a touch on it, thumped forward by White. Traralgon tried to thread one through, a pride of players, can't. D'Angelo, in fact Louis D'Angelo will be the last player up. You can't see him, but you will in a moment after a couple of red and black step up.
Poppy, just a quick score. Thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture, Gippsland in the AFL. It's full time, and it was the Swans 11-14-80 defeated the Tigers 4-12-36. What a disappointing game there by the Tigers, considering they were 25 points in the first quarter. They only kicked another 11 points with the rain.
Cooper Brown now has it. Kicks down the line. I'll shut you up in a minute, Boxy. You're just dribbling absolute crap out of there at the moment. Talking about our Tigers who are in a rebuilding phase. Back here, a 2-point margin favour Traralgon. 3-2 in this quarter for the Redlegs. They're closing. Cloak will close and tackle on Tripodi. Holding the footy. Cloak wants to move it quickly. Presenting there is Walker. Cloak goes to that direction. Doesn't quite get to him in the end. Big spoil. Ambler Rose. It got crunched. And then they cough the footy up. Mitchell gives it back to Clark. And then Ambler returns the favour.
Yeah, he said, you got me. Well, g'day, sunshine. Yep. I'm back.
Boom. Crash Clark and Ambler.
That's a strong tackle by Ambler.
Love to see it. Stoppage, top of the 50. Clark taps it down. And they fight for it again. We've got another one. This is going to be a good game of footy, of course. You expect 1 quarter to go here. And a little bit of change in this third. 17-minute mark of the third quarter for McDonald's. They fight for it at ground level. D'Angelo can't get a handball away. Umpire again will ball it up. Just outside 50 now for the Redlegs. Big moments all thanks to the Mall Bowling Club. Dine under the dome at the Mall Bowling Club with the bistro. Back open 7 days a week.
Ooh. All right, half-back flank. Play on's the call, and Traralgon, as a result of that free kick, will have a rare chance to go forward in this third quarter. They need a little bit of room. McMahon under pressure. Finds his teammate in Reuters. Reuters to half-forward flank. No, ball will spill towards the boundary line. Will it go out? It won't. Not at this stage, because on the end of it was Tate Clay. Goes inboard to Cook. Cook dances around. His kick smothered. Falls in the arms now of Hugh Dunbar. Dunbar out the back, and Laprise takes the easiest of marks. He plays on. The umpire said you must play on. The goal umpire says goal.
Yeah, big build-up for Traralgon. Just a sloppy bit of play there from the Redlegs. Just the first game, you'll learn from that. It's all about the journey on footy. She just really needed to kick the ball down the line. They were in trouble. They were hot. Traralgon were just pressing really hard on them with the footy, and then it results in a goal for Traralgon.
On the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, it is Traralgon 8-6-54, 8-point lead over Bairnsdale 7-4-46.
Addie Howe at ground level.
Vickery has come back off with that right ankle injury. It does not look good. He's making himself comfortable back on the bench. Looks like he'll stay there for the rest of the game.
All right, thanks to Addie Howe at ground level for Carpet Country. Clark taps it down. Reese looks for the free kick. Tatnall's in there as well. Underground handball back to Clark. Somehow got a handball away. Good work by Tripodi. And now Cloak comes in. Nice. Tries to put some pressure on. D'Angelo got crunched by Cloak again. It's physical. It's willing in the middle of the ground. Work hard was neat, but Traralgon get the run. And now it is through Willardon. One bounce in the middle of the City Oval. Took on one too many.
Got to pay that.
Harvey had the chase down tackle on Willardon. They were about to go inside forward 50 again. Harvey will chip it over the top to Clark. The margin sits at 8 points for McDonald's in the third quarter. They go out wide to find Reese, who chips it down the line. Can't quite complete the mark, but a free kick out there to Froud. And the youngster in Job, Froud, has it for his red leg side. Chip the kick to the leading Lockie Byrne-Jones. Gets out the back. One hand from, that was on that occasion from Cashmore, allowed the Bairnsdale player in Door to come in and kick it across the face of goal. We've got a boundary thrown in front of the big crowd and the big slide that is here on King's Birthday weekend in East Gippsland. Great to have your company on TRFM.
That's Bairnsdale's 15th inside 50 at the moment to 6.
Wow.
So big quarter here for the Redlegs, but
not capitalising, Box.
No, 3 goals apiece, so Traralgon making more of the opportunities. Let's see what they can do right here. They're under pressure. Mitchell comes through. No. In fact, it wasn't Mitchell. May have been Harvey.
I'd be curious to know, Box, those inside 50s. Are they deep entries, or are they just sort of going inside that forward 50
some are shallow
and just dropping back out?
But at the same time, they're inside 50.
Yeah, exactly. So here we go now. Dunbar, handballs, Cunico, 1, 2, 3, and they're out. And can they make something of it? North gives and goes, and now McMahon dances, stops, props, and over the top he goes. Can he find a teammate? He can. It's Neocleus, runs to 55, and don't tell me again he's kicked a ball. Hit the right goalpost. If you don't mind, it could have been the first twist of the knife in the Bairnsdale side, and it missed by a centimetre or 2.
And on the McDonald's Gippsland scoreboard, it's Traralgon 8-7-55 to Bairnsdale 7-4-46.
And I do love how Harvey Neocleus just put his hand up to Big Deal the President, said, sorry, mate, I was looking for you. He wasn't looking at all. He was having a shot.
Tatnall switching kick nearly comes off, or nearly doesn't come off, sorry, and luckily out there was Lando to get ball to boot, but he's put it out of bounds on the full as East took the mark across the line. So the Maroons on the outer side. Jackson McMahon has it. He looks up. He plays on and now drives it back into a dangerous spot. Roscoe can't complete the mark. Ground level there was Tate Clay. Twisting and turning's Cunico. Handball to no one in particular. A slick handball under pressure. Put Harvey, and we'll have a ball up right at the point of the 50 in this third quarter. The margin sits at 9 now. Traralgon's favour. Anderson tapped it down and then roved it himself and then kicked it out of bounds on the full. As Longbottom under a little bit of duress.
And under that goal from Lopez, he's been very well held this afternoon too. So you know, this is an opportunity for him now to really stand tall, especially with the scoring end. They've got to make most of these opportunities going inside 50, and he's one of the blokes that can actually do it.
So long bottom. Plays on, goes to the outer side. He's going to thump it in on his right boot and put it close to the line. The big pack will form. Front and square there, nicely done for the Redlegs. Clark got his handball smothered though. Whack back pedals. Forward handball to D'Angelo. There's players down the outer side for the Redlegs. Slow to get up. Hourigan comes in board neatly.
Here we go.
Under pressure. Tripodi marks. Gives it to Brown. Brown delivers towards Roscoe. Nicely done by Lando to put the spoil in and go get it again. Taps it to himself and now taps it over the boundary line. As a forward, what do you need to do, Boxer? He's young. He'll learn.
And that's what you do. You just got to make sure you just keep presenting as well. So each time you present, they give you the opportunity. One of them will start to stick and the confidence level will rise, that's for sure.
23 minutes gone, third quarter. Traralgon in with attack and leading by 9 points. Right half forward flank. Ball thrown in. Ball spills to the front. Handball off. Nicely done. Falls in the arms of Tate Marsh. Can he find Laprise? He can't. The kick was poor. And now Bairnsdale can clear the area. Or can they? Yep, play on to the call. Nice kick from Longbottom. Helps the cause, but only momentarily because every contest is hot. And the umpire will have to take control just to the right of the centre circle, favouring Traralgon's end, but only by about 15 metres. So Bairnsdale 46, Traralgon 55. Not many goals, 6 goals scored, I guess. Free kick against Cunico, dropping the ball will go Bairnsdale's way. Go the way of Tatnall. Tatnall now. Goes backwards, keeps possession to Harvey. Harvey towards the outer side of the ground. Can he find a teammate? He can't.
Hourigan.
It was met hard by Hourigan. That gave North the opportunity, who picked it up, gave it to Hourigan, and he feeds it off. And now here they go, Traralgon. The 1-2 on the end of it. It's going to be Willerton. Gives Laprise a chance, brings it to the front of the pack. This is where they need a winner. Can they find one? Not right now, but maybe a kick off the ground. No, missed. And East comes in, eases the pressure as Bairnsdale go towards the boundary line. And that's where Tate Clay sees the ball over. And 25 metres from Traralgon's goals, there'll be a boundary throw-in. 24.5 minutes gone, third quarter. Bairnsdale 7-7. In fact, Bairnsdale 7-4. Traralgon 8-7.
Yeah, 9 points is the margin. Boundary throw in. Traralgon get another late one here as we have an injured player coming off as well. We'll work on that in a moment. That was on that outer side. Took a long time to get up. It looks to be Jonah Walker walking towards us. I'll get to that in a moment as Traralgon might have a chance at the top of the square. It's Marsh. Got around one, lost the footy, tries to give it to Willerton. Willerton then takes on the tackler. That's holding the ball, and it is Jonah Walker who's coming off for the Redlegs. Addie Howe at ground level, what do you think it is?
I'm going to call an ankle injury, boys. Looks like we'll be rehabbing at Power together, so
all right.
Not good. 2
ankle injuries there.
You fit in very well, Addie. Just give Power a plug. Yes,
nice
play for Power. Or
little self-promotion as well. Just don't forget I play at Power as well.
We get it.
Oh, they learnt from the best.
She's a star. And so is Jonah Walker, not looking happy as he comes off. Margin sits at 9. Harvey's kick goes to the outer side. Nicely done. There's a strong there mark by Josh Lando.
He's given the old coach's box a punch too, so he's pretty frustrated about that too, Walker.
So Lando's kick over the top.
That'll help the ankle, won't it?
Yeah.
Now he's got a sore hand as well.
Reese marks, kicks towards the line where Crofts can't complete the mark. They go back by hand, back to Reese. Duck the shoulder, gives it to Tate Clay. Under pressure, kick around the body. North had to sit and wait. Roscoe was there. So was D'Angelo. Now to McMahon, that's Tom to whack. Inboard, just missed the handball to Cunico, but he was up to it to get it again and put ball to boot. Out there is Ambler. Tate Clay does well. All Traralgon though, look at the numbers. Blair Roscoe gives it to Willerton. Now back to Connor Ambler, and Connor Ambler misses, kicks across the face of goal and puts it out of bounds on the full.
They're just not putting them to the sword, are they? They just don't know how to finish them off at the moment, the Maroons.
Third quarter, they definitely call it the premiership quarter box. They could have absolutely put them away this quarter, Traralgon, but they continue to just to miss, and they get these deep injuries. And this big fella here, Ethan East, has just been absolutely crucial for the Bairnsdale side today.
He has. If somehow they can find a win, I think he's looking at BOG. They need to find a win, though, because at the moment they're a couple of straight kicks away from getting the lead again as Cunico dances ever so beautifully and kicks from 45. The wing gets hold of a bad kick, and guess who marks that? East. And East plays on that left leg. Non-preferred. Can he find a teammate?
Oh, wow.
He can.
Good kick.
Beautiful leg. Finds Reese. Reese plays on, and now they've got the runners. Damon O'Connor goes inboard to Harvey, and Harvey's now in the 1-2 will get the ball back. And from the outer side wing, kicks inside forward 50. He looks as though he's got the target.
That's really
he
good.
has found the target, and that's Jamie Dorr, D-O-R-E. And he'll kick from the 50-metre arc to put Bairnsdale within just 3 points.
And that's exactly what we've seen earlier from the Bairnsdale side with their run off half-back and the way they can move the footy. I just wish they'd done it a lot more often because they're just a little bit inconsistent with the way they're playing at the moment. But, geez, if they put a game together where they're just running off half-back and chain handball and delivering inside 50 like that, they're going to be a hard team to stop.
All right, here we go. So, from the he goes short. Can he find a teammate? He can't. Risky kick. All of a sudden, a kick for gold turned into a 50-50 contest, and Traralgon are getting the numbers to the battle and will hold that ball in.
He was probably too far out to score, so the breeze is still strong down there, Addy.
Yeah, it is still strong, boys. It is still pushing towards the scoreboard end. Jonah Walker, it is his right ankle, so he's out for the rest of the game. Bairnsdale down to 2 on the bench. Traralgon have got 3.
And for a game that's been demanding, that may be crucial in the dying minutes as Bairnsdale go forward. Good, strong mark by Bairnsdale, 30 metres out on the slightest of angles. And that player, I'm not sure that you saw it, Scud, but I didn't. Jamie Dorr will get another chance.
So really good follow-up because I was just about to hear the siren just go off. I was just about to say that I wasn't really impressed with his effort after that kick. He's missed the target and then he just dawdled after it. He didn't follow up his kick, but he's recovered pretty well and he's going to have a shot on goal.
Big moment for the Moore Bowling Club right here on the three-quarter time siren, Poppy.
So Jamie Dorr can goal and send his team to the three-quarter time huddle full of confidence and possibility from 30 metres out on a slight angle. It's got height, it's got distance, it's got accuracy, it's got within just 3 points. Bairnsdale go to the huddle with a spring in their step.
Well, what a closing right on the three-quarter time siren. Jamie Dorr gets him within 3 points. We've got a game on, and the dog is back on the ground at three-quarter time as well. He was on the lead. He was let loose, and he's back out there. It's three-quarter time. It's a 3-point margin to the visiting Traralgon side. We've got a great game on our hands. We've got 1 to go. You're listening to Gippsland Live. Well, thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Take a look at the top 5 goals from the second week of round 7. Let's kick it off with number 1, Justin Pelicano from Leongatha. He was outside of the back. He got it left boot and puts it over the umpire's head. Number 2, Blake Cooling here from Morwell. He danced around one, then went on the left and put it through.
Burrs there. Cooling steps around one. On the left foot snap. It's a zero!
Number 3, Cooper Whitehill from Sale here just comes bursting through. Then he shapes that around. That's a difficult kick to do. A great goal. Number 4, Thomas Wrigglesworth from Sale here, doing his thing, the namesake, the Wriggle. Look at him go! Bang! Oh, yes. Great goal. Number 5, it's the Wrigglesworth again. This was a creative one, though. Nearly took the mark, but he had to go off the ground. How did he do that? He had a day out.
Yeah, it is the final countdown. It is a 3-point margin, but there are concerns for the Bairnsdale side. We'll get down at ground level in a moment. Daniel the Beast Hutchison will get us up to speed with around the ground scores. Here, it's a 3-point margin in favour of Traralgon.
Yeah, the other Gippsland League games going on today. It's Druin 7-5-47, currently being defeated by Maffra 11-10-76. Over at Moe, Ted Summoner Reserve, it's Moe 15-11-101 to Warrigal 11-8-74. Down at Sale, it's Sale 11-9-75 to Mool 11-6-72. And over in South Gippsland, it's Leongatha 13-5-83, defeating Wonthaggi 5-4-34. And in the mid-Gippsland competition, it's MDU 8-7-55 to Fish Creek 8-13-61.
Thank you very much, Daniel Hutchison. Around the grounds, thanks to Harvey Norman Furniture. Down at ground level, here's Addie Howe for Carpet Country.
Bairnsdale want to make sure that they make the most of their forward entries. They've got 2 sitting deep for this last quarter, so they want to make sure that the entries that they get are right in the goal square. They want to embrace the pressure of this last quarter. Troy for Traralgon wants them to stay confident and make sure that they focus on the fundamentals and hitting their targets. They want their voices to be loud and get around each other.
I'll tell you what, the dog is delaying the game again.
Some havoc.
So the dog on the outer side, it has been on a leash, and for some reason the owner has let it off the leash again. Will you get control of the little terrier?
And the thing is, he's making no effort to get the dog.
No, the owners are actually worse than the dogs.
Yeah, 100%.
I'm telling you, they're just too local.
The dog's
louts.
looking for an exit to go out the gate, which the dog has exactly done that. Yeah. And the owner now jumps the fence.
What do they say? The dogs will eventually look like their owners, and that one does.
The final quarter for Harvey Norman is underway, and Anderson taps it down. D'Angelo's there. Gives that quick handball off to Ambler. Ambler's kick. 1/2 to go. Dunbar takes the mark. The Maroons have started hot in every quarter. They go inside forward 50 again. Wellerton takes the mark. 14 seconds in this final quarter.
And he owes them one. He made 2 mistakes in that third quarter where he was caught with the ball twice. He's got the opportunity to pay one of those back right now.
I'll tell you what, you'd be asking questions on the bench if you were Bairnsdale. How a guy 5'4" can take a contested mark against what looks to be a key defender for Bairnsdale.
They've kicked the opening goal in every quarter so far. Do they get it again? As the margin sits at 3, do they get it to 9 early? Willerton. Liam doesn't miss and makes the Redlegs pay. Becomes just that little bit harder now.
These are the things that could potentially cost Bairnsdale a big W today here at Bairnsdale City Oval, is these starts from Traralgon. They're just behind on the scoreboard, Bairnsdale, at every quarter, and they continue to let Traralgon kick that first goal and just edge them further away. So Bairnsdale need to just rein it in a little bit here, and they need to respond very quickly on the scoreboard.
And thanks to, I've forgotten who was the minus for now this quarter. On the Harvey Norman.
I was about to say best on ground for you today, but
9-7-61 Traralgon to Bairnsdale 8-4-52. My apologies.
It's okay. Back to the play now where Bairnsdale have the ball and they're making no apologies for the work they're doing, but Traralgon are just beating them all around. Cunico to North. North needs to find LaPraise and does. So is it going to be 2 goals inside 2 minutes? It could be. Dylan LaPraise will have the opportunity to bring up his second. One in the third quarter. And with limited opportunities and in front of East, he's got the chance to really make the most of this chance for his side. LaPraise, 45, maybe even better than that degree angle from 45. Arcs, kicks, beautiful leg. Yeah. He's happy, and the Roosters are up and about.
And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, it is Traralgon.
I know.
7-67 to 8.
Once a rooster, always a rooster.
I was thinking that are they roosters? Are they?
But
I mean,
even
in the 80s.
Well, they were in the 80s. We were also the Maroons in the 80s.
Well, I call them Maroons.
Do you?
I got. Geez, Lachino gave it to me 2 weeks ago for that. Well, anyway, it's spelt that way. That's why I said it.
Yeah. Traralgon at 10-7-67. Bairnsdale are 8-4-52. That's exactly what you said, Boxer. Ball back to the middle. They go again. Although left it behind. Cunico has to fight for it now at ground level. Mitchell handles over the top to Rees. Rees gives it further afield to Froud. And Froud lowers the eyes. Although whack. Chips in for the intercept. Takes the mark and plays on. Has a bounce going to the outer side now. The target out there is Dunbar. Marks in front of his eyes. Chip kick over the top. D'Angelo spread. He's got a handball forward of field. That is Lopez. Gathers it. Now he looks up. His right foot kick. It's a 2-on-2. And the ball comes to ground. Maroons are there. Over the shoulder. Free kick.
Just about.
Professionally done. And the free kick is going to go. Is it Willerton, the last one up?
No,
it's
ball
Jacko
up.
McMahon. Wow.
Yeah, I was with you on that one.
All right. Ball up. Mate, you waste no time. Lopez grabs it out, kicks the shin of his opposition ruckman. A slick handball. Reuters on the outside of the boot. Celebrates to the crowd and no one gives him anything because it's all Bairnsdale down there. But on the scoreboard, it's all the Maroons. Cade Reuters has 2.
Well, they're just outplaying Bairnsdale this quarter. I can't understand. I was never a player who ran and bounced the ball, as you blokes probably know. But I can't understand why players now in this football era take 3 steps and bounce the football. You're still allowed to take your 15 steps,
exactly.
are you not? It's something I can't work out, but just another good goal by Traralgon, good spot by Reuters, and really good work by the forward line.
And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, we have Traralgon 11-7-73 to Bairnsdale 8-4-52.
That margin, 21 points, isn't a match-winning one. Well, we've thought so before, but Bairnsdale, every time they've been challenged, have responded. They need to do so right now as they go forward. Inside their forward 50, taken beautifully it was by Neat, but he couldn't find a teammate. Froud comes in to lend a hand. Marsh goes backwards, keeps possession. Can they get themselves out of trouble? They can't. In fact, they're right in trouble now because the free kick's going to go the way of Froud. So Froud on the arc of 50. He's got some pace. He's got some skill. Can he find a teammate? He can't. First option. Second option, though, a kick around the body. And they have scored a minus score. That was Jesse Bills.
And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, I'm going to get it right this quarter, it is Bairnsdale 8-5-52. They trail Traralgon 11-7-73.
It's all right, Boxer. They're only a small business. It's okay.
Yeah.
They're just new.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to know who it is.
You need to have your Snickers.
I can't concentrate.
You need to have your Snickers, mate.
I'm sorry.
They're a new business and they're new in town. They're
trying to make their way.
Yeah, Harvey Norman, they're called. As a kick out from Hourigan. Clears the defensive 50. Roscoe takes the mark. Looks inboard on the 45. Bought off too much than he could chew. As Mitchell couldn't complete it though. Play on to the umpire. Cunico said, I'll take it. Go to half forward. 1-on-1. Longbottom and Lopez. Ground level. They both pull each other down. Which way? Lopez pulled Longbottom down.
Yeah, I reckon he just had his arm. I think if Big Dill just kept his feet in that contest, I reckon he just would about had the advantage there. But he just came to ground and grabbed Longbottom's arm. So that makes sense. Grabbed Longbottom's arm.
Yep, it's all connected.
Yep,
the hip bone's connected to the bottom, connected to the arm.
I do apologise. It is contagious, guys.
As
sorry.
The Bairnsdale side, they trail by 20 points at the moment. As Longbottom goes short to Harvey, who's been busy, but they need to get a rig along now. Can they mount one last challenge? The kick out wide to East. Quickly plays on. Handball back to Harvey. Geez, good player on the outer side. Gives it back to East now. On the wing. Steps around one. And sold some candy again. Gives it to Mitchell, who now gives it to Clay. No. And how can he see from there?
He's had his back to the umpire, so...
I'll tell you what, if you're on the mark and the umpire doesn't call play on, are you allowed to put your hand out and smother the ball? So that should have been a 50-metre penalty.
At the half-back flank.
Or 30, whatever they're paying today.
So now, downfield? Anyway, I'm not sure how that ends up at the half-back flank. McMahon has it, and he chips it inboard to Cunico.
He's been good today too.
Been very good. We're going to think about our Gippsland Isuzu Ute player of the day. As Cunico goes out wide to McMahon. You sense at this stage of the game it's going to be a Traralgon player because at the 7-minute mark of the final quarter, they lead by 20 at the moment through the Maroons. It's been very good by them. Started the quarters well and then held strong when the challenge comes from the Redlegs.
Well, they need to find something here. They need most definitely to get the next goal. I think Traralgon get the next goal. You could close this one up. Bairnsdale get the next goal. There'll be a glimmer of hope and a bit of enthusiasm about this side. But at the moment, they're just battling to find their forward 50 as Traralgon again open them up. D'Angelo handballs over the top. Quick hands. Gets him, going to get them inside 50 through Cunico. The kick to Laprez. Dropped what he should have taken, but they've got the numbers all round. And Cunico's butted up nicely. Kicks to the top of the square ever so beautifully. Ever so maturely. He just waited for the spread, and McMahon got on the end of it, and he'll bring up goal number 3 this afternoon. And
seal it.
He will seal this game.
So McMahon gone forward this game generally would play out on a wing and deliver the ball inside forward 50. I'll come back to it. I'll let you call this goal Poppy?
No worries at all. Big beast man. Jackson McMahon directly in front. Should not miss. He's a nice executor of the ball, and that one did not miss. Goal number 3 for Jackson. Goal number 12 for Traralgon. A boxer.
And on the Harvey Norman Computers scoreboard, it is Traralgon 12-779. They lead Bairnsdale 8-5-53.
As I was going back to before, it's probably a strength Traralgon do have in their versatility of their playing group. Jackson McMahon would generally play as a wingman, and I did see a couple of players probably playing a little bit more out of position. Cooper Brown has been playing forward today, generally probably a backman. So a few players go out of this side and they can just roll around. They can just roll players where they need to. And Jacko McMahon gets on the board with 3.
Yeah, given the quality of some of the forwards, you've got Jackson McMahon who's kicked more goals than anyone else out there today.
So D'Angelo won his free kick in the middle of the ground. Looks up and puts his right boot into it. It's a wobbly sort of punt at the toes there of Roscoe. Carsteens is there for the Red Legs. Gets a handle out wide to Cloak. Cloak has a fumble and allows Marsh to come in. And now Carsteens has to help as well. Traralgon got some good numbers around this. They win it through Ambler. Now to Brown. And Brown's left foot chiseling kick
out the back.
At the back over the top of the head of McMahon. And back there is Ethan East. McMahon will close. East will say, that's okay, I'll just chip the kick out wide. And Cooper Harvey wins it. Chips out wide to Tyron Reese, who's pressed to the outer side. Do they get something come back inboard? They do. It's through Lando. And he can take the mark and continue. He's got a couple of presenting. Still on his own there was Crofts. He decides to kick it over his head. Froud takes a good, strong contested mark.
Like him.
Turns and goes on the right boot. The leading target. Beautifully done. And Dorr drops the mark. And the umpire now says, my ball. That was a beautiful kick from Froud.
We can't blame the son for that one.
Nope.
Absolutely not. I think he wasn't expecting that bullet pass to come in and just about break his chest.
Job Froud certainly shows something. Here he is on the end of this stoppage. As we said earlier, there's nothing of him. 40 kilos dripping wet. But he doesn't shirk any issue. They ball it up again right in front. Nicely done. Cashmore gives it to D'Angelo, who gives it to Marsh, who gets the kick out defence. They can't complete it. Tripodi's there, and he's got a runner, and good tackle by Mitchell. Play on, said the umpire. He won the footy. Cook gave it inboard to Lando, taps it to himself. Clark comes the other direction to help, and now he gives a handball over the top, picked off though by Tommy McMahon, and Traralgon go forward.
They do, looking for Cunico. Cut off it was nicely by Tate Clay. Causes the turnover or does it? Mitchell gave it up, and now they've got the numbers. Cunico, can he find a winner? It looks like McMahon again. Can he get fourth? He's pretty smart in these sort of occasions. He gets rid of East. He gets a second chance. He does the figure 8. He looks inboard, and he gives the ball off to a teammate who came running down from the back line, and that was McMahon, Thomas McMahon. So from one to the other, Thomas McMahon's too far out, has the chance to handball,
Marsh.
and does. Marsh, top of the square job. LaPraise gets rid of his opponent. No, can't. And North, a kick around the body.
Yep.
And he's done very well, Matt North. Goal number 1 for him, and Traralgon extend their lead ever so beautifully.
They just keep spreading the defence of Bairnsdale. McMahon had an absolute paddock down there in the forward 50, and they just had numbers. Their numbers just ran hard forward, and they're just willing to work for each other. I was actually just thinking, I wonder if Matty North was listening to us pre-game talking about the hair thing in Turkey, because it's just in front of me down here, and he won't mind me saying it, but geez, it's thinning out, Matt.
That was the 11th inside 50 for Traralgon in this last quarter as well. And it's Traralgon 13-7-85. They lead Bairnsdale 8-5-53.
Addy Howe at ground level, obviously some injury concerns, both for Bairnsdale and Traralgon.
Sure have, boys. I think Traralgon, they're smashing these rotations as the ball just keeps coming past, so they're getting their fresh legs on. Bairnsdale, they have no one to rotate, so it's taking them a lot more to get fresh legs on, so we'll see how it ends up.
5 goals unanswered in this final quarter. Really broke the game apart. This is going to be a good win for the Maroons. As we said, it's all important because it's tight at the top, and they want to get close to a top 3, and they go in again. This guy shows some ability, Jamie Dorr. A good presenter, a good leap, athleticism at its best. Takes the mark in front of none other than Ty Hourigan. So if you can do that, you're going okay. He shows a bit of promise.
It's the first mark inside 50 for the quarter here for Bairnsdale as well.
So slight angle. We'll have to kick it all of 49 metres, Jamie Dorr. He's got 2 this afternoon, coming off a 5-goal haul last week. Rolls into about 45. Nice kick of the footy, and it goes over the goal umpire's head. They've found one. Jamie Dorr, it's their first goal, though, this quarter. Much needed one for the Bairnsdale side.
He's been impressive today. He's probably been their strongest focal point up forward. He looks like a good sort. So the future's definitely looking bright for the Redlegs up here in the East Gippsland.
And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, Traralgon 13-7-85. They lead Bairnsdale 9-5-59.
I'm talking about the scoreboard, the ladder. Sorry, Poppy. Before on what these Nick, can you stop for a minute? What these wins mean for these sides? It's looking like Sale are going to get the job done on Maul today. So this is a big win for Traralgon.
So back to the middle they go. Anderson, Mitchell's in there. Worked hard all afternoon. Tyron Reese wins it out the middle. But Whack on his own. Takes the uncontested mark. Left foot kick to half forward. Tate Clay goes back, just can't complete the mark, and now he's in a little bit of trouble because Maroon's got all the numbers. Reuters gets it, gives it to Cunico. Cunico inboard to Harvey Neocleus, who knows how to kick a goal, and touch.
Oh.
Jacko McMahon said, I'm not going to shepherd it through, I'm going to try and mark it. It's a minor score.
Right option, I think.
And on the Harvey Norman computer's scoreboard, Traralgon 13-8-86 to Bairnsdale 9-5-59.
Mitchell gives ground, finds Harvey. Harvey in enemy 50-metre territory, uses the ball beautifully as he's done for most of the day. 50-metre penalty. Let's see how long this one is. From half back, will he find half forward? He most certainly will. Now that's a 50-metre penalty. He goes on, finds LBJ directly in front, and he converts. And all of a sudden, the Redlegs have said, well, we're not quite dead yet. 14 and 3/4 minutes gone of the final quarter.
And they can definitely feel that out there on the ground because the excitement when he just kicked that ball, Burn Jones, his teammates were pretty happy about that. So it's only 3 goals in it, so I think they know that there's still a slight chance for them.
There's actually 4 goals in it now because it's 4 kicks we need. It's 19-point lead to Traralgon. It's 13-8-86 to 10-5-65. Because I'm right, you can't say anything. All 3 of you. It's your try, didn't you?
No, all good.
Might be a rush behind and then 3 kicks.
So, is there enough time? That's the big question. 15 and a half minutes. We've had, well, what have we had? 7 goals kicked in the quarter, so you expect to go at least 30. As Addy Howard's finally taken a seat at ground level. And the free kick's going to go Bairnsdale's way, right in the middle to Will Mitchell. He's going to go, no, don't go lateral, go direct. Just keep it away from Hourigan, though. And that is, oh dear, oh dear.
No.
I gave you the option. I told you what to do. And Hourigan takes the mark.
What are they thinking?
Chips it over the top to Cunico. Cunico's got Tripodi just on his head. They fight for it. Crofts gives a handball and under pressure. And Bills, well, he got tackled as he kicked it, holding the footy.
Like a thief in the night there was Marsh.
Tate drives it towards half forward, wing area. Anderson can't complete the mark but got his arms chopped. And he takes the mark, half wing area for the Maroons. Just sense they hold onto it a little bit here. Just take a little bit of time off the clock. Goes backwards to Hourigan. Hourigan looks up. He's got the switch on if he wants. Doesn't go there. Kicks down the line to Willerton. Can't complete the mark. Ball out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Addy Howe at ground level. How's this comfortable chair treating you?
Oh, what a gentleman. I actually love Bairnsdale now. He's brought me a chair, so I'm just chilling on the boundary, sitting by myself. It's great.
There it is. Addy Howe at ground level. Thanks to Carpet Country this afternoon.
All right, ball thrown back into play in front of our Gippsland live commentary position. Traralgon just trying to maintain their quite strong lead of 19 points as Bairnsdale go towards the half-forward flank.
And Traralgon have been in this before as well, was against Wonthaggi, so they had that they had the opportunity to put Wonthaggi away and let them back in the game. They're doing the same right now with Bairnsdale.
D'Angelo now taking ball and all, coming through nicely. Stealing it was Tyron Reese, can't get through. LBJ claimed he was held without it. The umpire disagrees, but we'll ball it up right half-forward flank.
About 3 kicks I just paid then.
Yeah, 17.5 minutes gone, final quarter. Nice tap forward by the big man of Bairnsdale, Jack White. Can't find a teammate, but in the end, the free kick will go the way of Will Mitchell. Needs to keep it away from him. He desperately wanted to go inboard, and he does, to his teammate there in Tate Clay. Can he find a winner? He can't.
Whack.
Because another tall defender in Whack has gone clack and clasped it both hands to North. He goes on the outer side of the ground, and they keep possession, or do they? The kick wasn't quite where it should be. Free kick will go against Traralgon and against Traralgon to Ricky Tatnell, who plays on quickly to Harvey. Harvey centres it up in the corridor. It appears to be all Traralgon. It is, and that's whack again.
Yeah, they lead by 21, do the Maroons, and whack goes to the outer side. Scoreboard tells me 21, I think, as Hourigan takes the mark. Boxer's going to check his score. He doesn't think that's right. As they kick to the outer side, does Hourigan. Looking for Lopez, competing well out there to D'Angelo, to North, on the wing. They drive to half forward. Roscoe's the target at his toes. And it goes over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. Boxer, a bit of a discrepancy between your score and the scoreboard.
He's looked at it 4 times.
Yeah.
I reckon the scoreboard can count better than you.
So at the moment, we have it at 13,886 Traralgon. Bairnsdale at 10,565. 21 points, is that, Box?
It's correct.
Yeah, I thought you were very strong in your conviction when you went with the score and you stuffed it up completely.
Yeah, never happened when Paul Carter's here.
It's called karma.
It is, because he reckoned we couldn't say a word. Meanwhile, Cook drives it in the middle of the ground. D'Angelo on all fours, wins it, gives it to Ambler, gives it to North by hand, out to Cunico by hand. His kick towards Roscoe. Over the back, the spoil comes from Cook. Finds the boundary. Just since time's running out now. 20 minutes gone. Even though we've had the 6 goals kicked in the quarter. 7 goals kicked in the quarter.
Do you reckon one of the scoreboard guys will let one go? Like that's
No, calm down, box up.
It's a time. Timers.
Good volunteers in there.
Boundary throw, and here's Rob Popplestone on TRFM.
All right, first player there's going to be Cunico again. Yet another touch. This one's going to be hard to keep in play. He does just that. Attempt to put it over the line as Wilton comes through, threads his way through, feeds off. Can they find Lapraise? They do. This is it. This is the one that closed them down. D'Angelo to Lapraise, and Dylan Lapraise will have the opportunity to kick his third of the afternoon. For a lot of the afternoon, we've been saying he's been well held. He's now got the opportunity to be one of the leading goal kickers on that field.
And he did the same against Wonthaggi as well.
Yep.
Yeah, he just had that spurt, and it's great. A player of his experience as well to do what he's doing right now just goes to show that you can't keep these sort of players down all day.
And there's a reason for that. He just keeps on giving his absolute best. On this occasion, it's a bit offline. And I tell you what, it may have fallen short as well.
No score.
From 30 metres out, directly in front, as Bairnsdale now surge forward. That could have been closing the door on Bairnsdale. And although the odds are against them, never say never as Traralgon go forward. Back to D'Angelo. Takes a step forward and then 3 or 4 back. Composes himself and then sums up his best options.
Yeah, and there's not too many of those options. So the high underneath kick goes out wide, top of the 50 it is. Mitchell's there, handles over the shoulder. Looking for a teammate in O'Connor. Jackson McMahon says we'll get it over the boundary line for a boundary throw-in. All thanks to Harvey Norman Computers this final quarter. Half-yearly clearance on now, and now's the time to update your tech with tax time deals as well. Boxer's already put in his claim.
He has.
He claims everything too, doesn't he, Boxer?
He does. Yeah, not all of it legal.
No, exactly right. Margin sits at 21 points. Kick down the wing there from the Redlegs. Out in the front of Tatnell. Handles over his shoulder, looking for and running onto it was neat. Although Hourigan's up to it, wins the footy, gives it to Ambler. Twisting and turning he goes, around on the right foot, kicks high. Cunico goes back with a flight, he's been good. Stats for Cunico today, Nick Lucchino.
26 possessions this afternoon, 14 kicks, 12 handballs.
As Cunico looks up, that was completely fabricated. The high kick, he's not taking individual stats, but he sounded good all the same. Nicely done. Handball from Reese. Found a teammate in neat. Out they go wide to Mitchell. Kick comes in board, and that man is Froud. He checks the kick. 50-metre penalty again as Froud wants the footy back, and they're going to go quickly.
And they need to. Froud, too's got some pace. He should play on from this. There's no one on the mark at the moment. No, there is now. So can he find a winner here? He's used to the ball's usually pretty good. Out the back door.
Oh, yeah.
Play on's the call. I thought the mark could have and should have been paid. It was not.
Pay it for effort.
Yeah. He sort of used his body well to get Hourigan out of the contest and hands him the ball all the way to the ground to Mind before it bounced out. And now a bounce down will give Bairnsdale another opportunity, which again will result in a ball up by the umpire.
It's a lot for the player though too when you've got a player of Hourigan's calibre playing on you too, and he's so young and up and coming.
Yep.
Umpires have been good today though.
They have been, yeah. 23 minutes gone, final quarter. Bairnsdale 10-5, Traralgon 13-8. That margin 21 points. Ball top of the square. Can they get the ball out to Traralgon? They can. A quick kick from D'Angelo. Oh, LBJ dropped what he should have taken. Ground level now, Tripodi. Gives it to his teammate in Cooper Brown.
He's playing a throw back there, Poppy.
I didn't think that was a throw, was I?
No, I'm with you.
I didn't see it in the call, to be honest, but...
I won't make the call because it was he had his back to us, so if you can't see it, you don't make the call, do you?
Yeah, that's what I would have thought.
It's a bit dark out there. The lights have come on.
So here we go, Froud. Is he going to back himself in? He is. Kicks for goal, off the boot, looks pretty nice.
Great
and
effort.
that's the way you do it. That is the way you do it. Joby Froud brings up his second of the afternoon, and he's also a contender for the Zambrero goal of the day with either that one, which was a beauty, or his one in the third quarter, which was equally as impressive.
Well, just strolled in and just backed his own ability, didn't he?
Yep.
He just went back and he thought, I've done this plenty of times throughout the week during training. I'll just stroll out and do it this afternoon.
Yep, doesn't look out of place there.
And on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard, it's Traralgon 13-8-86. They lead Bairnsdale 11-5-71.
Just some around the ground scores, just while we're waiting on the ball. Moe have had a big win, 33 points over Warrigal at Ted Somerton. Sale have had a 9-point victory over Maul, and Lee and Gather have had a 72-point win over Wonthaggi.
Right here, the margin is back to 15 points with Traralgon leading. The visiting side 13-8-86. They'll keep their spot in the 5 and also keep, importantly, in touch with the top 3.
Only 3 minutes to go. Daniel Hutchison just rolled in next door and found 3 minutes to go. So I don't think they can get the 15 required as they go through the middle. Brown has it, drives it in. It's going to be turned over. Cook, no, long bottom it is, takes the mark. Defensive 50. They pretty much need 3 goals in 3 minutes. As Burn Jones squares it out wide to Clay. Clay looks up, goes inboard to Cook on his first game. He's done well. As Cook gets in a little bit of trouble. Gives a handball off to Harvey. He's been Bairnsdale's best easily. Gives it back to Cook, who goes inboard to East, who's gone forward now. Can't complete the mark. Just gets past there, Max Neat. And coming the other direction, there was Cashmore. He gave a handball to Whack under pressure. Lost the footy. Head over it was East. Forward handball's okay to Mitchell. And now Mitchell gives a handball off to Cooper Harvey. He's having some sort of afternoon, and he has missed it. Minor score margin gets back to 14 points now on the Harvey Norman computer scoreboard.
And it is Traralgon 13-8-86. They lead Bairnsdale 11-6-72.
All right, so who are going to bring the ball back into play? He'll go defensive side and runs 15, kicks 40, finds a teammate. No, Whack, yes, 1, 2 grabs, paid. They both look good down there today. There's some sort of understanding starting to build between Whack and Hirrigan. And they need a couple of good forwards if you're going to take on the top of the table Moe later in the year, or a couple of good defenders to take on their good forwards, I should say. Cunico with the ball, feeds it off. As the lights come on at this Bairnsdale ground, as the darkness starts to seep into the town.
It's been a big day up here in East Gippsland, hasn't it, Poppy?
It has, for all of us, and we've got a big trip home. But there's all seven of us.
I'll get you home, no worries.
You will. Very safe driver. Nick Luciano in the back of the Volkswagen on the way home. The Esky to stay in the front.
We're just got to don't forget to pick that trailer up, because that's where he'll be going on the way home.
Yep.
If he continues his rot.
The Volkswagen multi-van, a beautiful vehicle, 7-seater. You can remove seats if you need to as well.
All the bells and whistles.
We've got 7 people. Can we remove one seat?
Yeah, just one.
He's not happy about that.
No, he's not.
I didn't say you weren't going to miss out.
If only you could see his face.
I know
Pity we're on radio, but he's not smiling.
I know there's one person that's going to be less happy today.
Who's that?
That's Marty, when he finds out that Nick's been using her credit card.
On the outer side here, the footy.
He did tell me, though, it was a legitimate massage he had.
The Oakley with a free kick on the outer side.
We spent an hour down the main street, didn't we, Beast?
We did, and I do have a Snapchat of him walking past. Well, it looked like he was walking past. He stopped for about 15 minutes.
14 points as a margin back here.
Just concentrate on the football, please.
As Neocleus goes to the outer side in the dark pocket. Oh, it hits Lopez in the head with a falcon. He can't see it out there. Tyrone Reese comes in board with a good kick. Froud's been very good.
He is.
The youngster.
Oh, he's going to give this one up.
Yeah, that's a wobbler. The old commentator's curse. Cooper Brown, he was amongst 3 Bairnsdale players.
Willison, no.
Brown marked
McMahon.
it. Goes to McMahon.
Oh, that's a mark.
That's a mark. He's taken an absolute hanger.
Oh, no.
The umpire hasn't paid it.
What? You have to pay it. It's a mark.
It is a mark. He
That
got good
is a mark.
elevation.
What?
Oh,
Yeah,
you'd be spewing.
He is too, and Jacko McMahon loves a bit of a gloat too.
He's just walked off the ground. He's had enough.
He has had enough.
Could have been a chance for his 4th goal of the afternoon. Will he get another chance? And they've dropped the ball on that one.
Free kick.
Oh, heaven forbid for an umpiring group that have been so good for 118 minutes. The last 2 minutes has let them down.
Harvey on the outer side gets the kick out towards Froud. And Froud looks back inboard. Inboard kick to Mitchell. Will hit him up. Gives a quick... No, he's going to give the handball to Harvey. Mitchell goes backwards by foot to Reese.
Boys, haven't noticed Dan McKenna come back out onto the ground. So that blood nose must be a little bit, maybe more than what we thought it would be.
Addy did go with a broken nose. Did you, Addy?
Yes, I did. He walked past.
And right on cue, as Addy says the nose shouldn't be that way, he won't care because his side has won. It's a 13-8-86 victory, defeating Bairnsdale 11-6-72, a 14-point margin to the Traralgon side. We're going to quick break and there'll be a quick post game coming up after the break. It's been a big day here at the Bairnsdale City Oval. We'll wrap things up here in just a moment. It's all thanks to Harvey Norman, Electrical Gippsland.
A new standard of family living is coming to Gippsland. Virtue Home's new display home, the Marshall 28, is open now in Traralgon. The Marshall 28 is perfect for families and couples seeking a fresh, innovative home. Thoughtfully designed to evolve with you with a light and airy feel. You can rest easy knowing it's built by the award-winning team at Virtue Homes. The new Marshall 28 display home, open now on Marshalls Road in Traralgon. Visit virtuehomes.com.au for more info. CDBU 48113.
Take a look at the top 5 goals from the second week of round 7. Let's kick it off with number 1, Justin Pelicano from Leongatha. He was outside of the back. He got it left boot and puts it over the umpire's head. Number 2, Blake Cooling here from Morwell. He danced around one, then went on the left and put it through.
Burrs there. Cooling steps around one. On the left foot snap. It's a zero!
Number 3, Cooper Whitehill from Sale here just comes bursting through. Then he shapes that around. That's a difficult kick to do. A great goal. Number 4, Thomas Wrigglesworth from Sale here, doing his thing, the namesake, the Wriggle. Look at him go! Bang! Oh, yes! Great goal. Number 5, it's the Wrigglesworth again. This was a creative one, though. Nearly took the mark, but he had to go off the ground. How did he do that? He had a day out.